With First Southern Bank, your dream home may be closer than you think. At First Southern Bank, they believe that people matter, having spent over 35 years providing personalized service for real people from real people. Let their people work with you to get you in your dream home. Visit fsnb.net to learn more. First Southern Bank, Princeton. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 409424.
This is Carol at the Woodall Agency at 110 West Washington Street in the heart of downtown Princeton. Our agency is proud to have been a part of this community since 1907. We want you to come by and see us soon. We may be able to save you some money on your home, auto, motorcycle, or mobile home insurance. We offer discounts for good students, multi-policy, safe drivers, and many more. We appreciate our loyal customers, and we will work hard to make you feel like part of the Woodall Agency family. Call me today at 365-5541.
I got mine at Audubell.
I got mine at Audubell.
I got mine at Audubell.
I got my hearing aids at Audubell.
As a psychiatrist, I have to listen to my patients very well. And Audubell gave me my ears back.
And they've really changed my life.
I've been wearing hearing aids for 50 years, and Audubell is by far the best hearing aid.
I'm Donnie Baker, helping you hear well at Audubell.
Call Audubell for your free hearing test, 554-1900.
And back to the Stadium of Champions. It's football tonight on WPKY as Caldwell County takes on Hopkinsville. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, John Miller in the booth with us tonight. Todd Griffin on the sideline, and we'll talk to Todd in just a few minutes. Bob, I want to remind the listeners tonight, first time this season since we're on the road, live stream going on tonight. Check out WPKYonline.com for the link to that, and you can watch the game live with us tonight. Also, we had a little technical difficulty. Download the free WPKY app onto your phone or tablet. You can check us out anytime with that. So a ton of ways you can listen, watch tonight's football game between Caldwell County and Hopkinsville. Bob, Caldwell County is coming in 2-0. They blew out Owensboro Apollo last week. Apollo left some starters in late against a lot of our reserves, scored 2 late touchdowns, but our defense was great. But offensively, we put 43 points on the board last Friday night. Russ Bashir had a good game. You had the defense scoring also with Tate Van Hoosier. So I think our offense is going to come into tonight with some questions on what to do maybe in this one. I think we'll be able to throw the ball, as Hopkinsville gave up over 300 yards through the air last week. But on the ground, Mayfield, they only gave up 62 yards. Mayfield couldn't muster much on the ground last week. So I don't know if how our run game is going to respond to that. We're going to fight a very athletic line, according to Coach McGowan. So give us your thoughts on that, how Caldwell County is going to attack Hopkinsville tonight on the offense side.
Just as you mentioned, Dennis, it's going to be a chess match as to what we do with Mayfield only rushing for 62 yards last week. Does that mean that we try to establish the run game early on and see what we can do there? One thing I think that maybe we have that is an advantage is the ability of Russ Bashir to run either out of the pocket on a scramble or designed play. And then the other thing is how well can our receivers get open, because Hopkinsville gave up the long play last week, three touchdown passes over 50 yards each. So our bubble screens, our slant routes, we have to be sharp, and then Russ has to be getting the ball out pretty quickly. The test is our offensive line. Can we keep out the Hopkinsville defensive line?
Yeah, because those kids on defense for Hoptown are going to run better than 250, a lot of them. So some big kids coming at it's going to have to give Russ some pretty good protection. Also, Coach McGowan said that they may bring some pressure from the outside. So offensively, we're going to have to be set to pick up the blitzes from the outside. The backs are going to have to take care of Russ, give him some time to look down the field. And I think if he does, if they give him time to throw, he's going to be able to get the ball down the field, and we're set up to have some pretty good success tonight.
I think one of the things that Russ does well is 2 or 3 quick steps, and he's able to throw the ball well on the run. Probably not a 6, 7, 8 step run, but 2 or 3 quick steps to avoid any kind of pressure, get himself open and shoot the ball downfield. And we have kids that can catch the ball, namely Barron Wells, Trip Branch, De'Eric Caldwell out of the backfield. Max Ashley, when he's in there, Max Ashley has 2 interceptions this year on defense. So he has the ability to catch the ball, and we'll interchange all those receivers from time to time. I'm not real sure what dominates the Hopkinsville sector of the ball. Are they a great passing team? Coach McGowan was really high on the quarterback, number 2, Jay Bland, who he seems never gets rattled and shoots the ball. Very, very seldom does he run from the pocket, but he can run. With his receivers, with their ability to catch the ball, namely Reese Jesse, we've got to know where the 4 or 5 key players are on offense at any one time as far as our defense, and we'll let our linebackers sneak in there from time to time, edge rush. How quickly can our defensive front 4 penetrate their line? Can we get after the quarterback is what I'm getting at, and rush things around back there where they become discombobulated, you say.
Bob, about 21 minutes before we kick this one off, I want to mention one more player on offense before we take a break and come back and talk with Todd down on the sideline. I think he's had time to get back down after some technical difficulties we were working out in the booth. A player for us that I think is having a great start to the season, De'Eric Caldwell. His running style has improved so much. He's not shying away from contact. He's lowering the helmet. He's going up the middle. He's making the cuts into traffic and then coming back out. He's doing everything you could ask for somebody, eyes up, looking down the field. And even though Hoptown only gave up 62 yards on the ground to Mayfield last week, it wouldn't surprise me at all to see De'Eric have a big game tonight if he gets the holes to try to hit.
I don't think Mayfield lost their really good running back last year. I don't think they have as good a running back coming back as De'Eric is for us. De'Eric's a senior, really strong inside, outside type runner. And I look for us to try to establish a little bit of a running game and open up the passing game, because I think that's what you have to do. I don't think the passing game opens up a running game. So De'Eric is an immense part of the puzzle tonight, and his performance may go a long way to determining whether we win the football game or not.
We are about 20 minutes away from kicking this one off. We're going to take a break and come back and talk to Todd Griffin, our sideline reporter. We'll also look at the defense for both squads, so stay tuned for that. You're listening to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
An advantage in being the home team. You know who Emma Talley, Jake Lewis, and Pat Gates are. You've seen the wall around Butler Stadium and have heard of the Caldwell Crazies. Trice Hughes, we're your home team. Here's our home team deal of the week.
2019 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk 4x4 with just 17,000 miles. NADA retail is $28,050. Trice priced at $25,000.
Get this home team deal of the week at Trice Hughes. Find us on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or TriceHughes.com.
For delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine, head to La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or in Marion. Maria's specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Stop in for delicious lunch or dinner. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant is open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 to 9:30, Sundays 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion.
Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports. Trilogy is a family-friendly environment that offers a wide range of classes to reach your fitness and well-being goals. Whether you're into yoga, gymnastics, sports training, team training, cardio, kickboxing, or weightlifting, Trilogy has something for the whole family. Family discounts available, and your first 2 weeks are free. Located in Princeton behind Cash Express. Be better than you used to be at Trilogy Performance Sports.
First Southern National Bank's Southern roots run deep. Founded in a small Kentucky town, First Southern has always used their example, influence, and resources to help others make wise financial decisions. They know you want to be in charge of your money and to feel valued by your bank. At First Southern Bank, you're more than a number, which is why they've provided personalized service to their customers for more than 35 years. Visit fsnb.net to learn more. Member FDIC.
Back to the Stadium of Champions. It's the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show here on WPKY. We appreciate our friends at McGregor Group Heating and Air. Bob, I know it's getting close to the end of summer. The pool's been drained at a lot of places. People are looking forward to fall anytime they see a few leaves coming down, but you still need that air conditioner going right now. We could stand one in the booth right now. It's kind of warm up here. But if you have any trouble out of your air conditioning unit, call McGregor Group Heating and Air, or if you just want to get ready really early for winter, give those guys a call. They'll take care of you. They offer high-quality products. They've got a great qualified staff there at McGregor Group, so give them a call for all of your heating and air needs. 17 minutes until we kick this one off. We're going to take a trip down to the sideline for the first time tonight and talk to our friend Todd Griffin.
Hey, Dennis, we're down here on the sideline getting ready for the Tigers and the Tigers here at the Stadium of Champions tonight. And, thanks to John Miller for getting us hooked up after just a little bit of problem earlier. And I can attest that it is hot up there in the press box, and it's even hotter walking up there a couple of times. But, Gary, down here on the sideline, it feels pretty good.
I had the sense not to come up there. I just let you get this microphone. Looks like we're going to have a good matchup tonight with the 2-0 Caldwell Tigers, the 1-1 Hopkinsville Tigers. I'm looking for a game stat that is rare in the Caldwell County playbook, time of possession. We have won time of possession the last two games, and we may need to win it a third to keep the hands out of a potent Hopkinsville Tiger offense.
Yeah, as Bob mentioned earlier, I think the Tigers of Caldwell County, and we have to watch it when we say Tigers tonight, but I think the blue and gold Tigers will probably try to use a little ball control, which is a little different game plan than what we've seen probably the last decade or so. But I think Caldwell County needs to keep the ball, need to keep it out of Hoptown's hands, maybe get a couple of turnovers here tonight if they're going to try to take down what is, I think, a pretty good Hopkinsville football team.
Well, Jay Bland definitely had a wonderful game last night in a losing effort to Mayfield, but I look at this as a measuring stick game. The next three opponents are teams that we probably would be favored in, and when we look at how we play, even though Mayfield doesn't play exactly the same as Hopkinsville, I think it's going to be our best chance to see how we do against the quality athletes that we're going to face in that all-important district game come October 4th.
Yeah, the schedule kind of sets up good for the Tigers this week, or not this week, this year. This week, not so much here at the Stadium of Champions, but, this is a game that if Caldwell could create a few scoring plays like a return that we saw the first week, an interception like last week, then I think, they've got a chance.
The main thing we've got to do is have discipline. Our offensive line did much better last week, and I think if they can create just enough push to not necessarily have the big run, I'd be content with 5 yards a pop. Getting us into second and third and short is going to be key, because then we can sustain drives. Even if we don't necessarily score on a drive, we need to at least get 1 or 2 first downs.
I think in one sense, Hopkinsville is a little similar to Christian County in that they're probably going to be a quicker team than Caldwell. However, I think Hopkinsville has better talent overall than a young Christian County team did 2 weeks ago.
But the other thing you have to look at is we have 2 weeks of film. So they have seen what we did against Apollo and what we did against Christian County. So this is where the coaching really comes into play, that you've got now people who have played the roles of coming up to their first or second game starting varsity. There's nothing to hide now. So we're going to know what Hopkinsville does, and they're going to know what we do. And I think it's going to be a very good game, closer than many may expect.
Well, and after picking up those first 2 wins, I think this is a great game for the Tigers to have as a measuring stick.
Yes. And basically the state is taking account of what we've done. We're ranked 3rd in one of the polls and 7th in the other. Hopkinsville 9th and 10th. So people know that these two teams are doing well, and I think they're looked at to be district contenders in both 4A for Hopkinsville and 2A for Caldwell.
Would certainly cap off a big week for Caldwell County sports with a win here tonight. The Lady Tiger volleyball team winning the 2nd Region All-A Classic for a 10th time this week. Headed back to Richmond for the state tournament, and kind of rare, but the Lady Tiger volleyball team has never, ever lost a game in the 2nd Region All-A Classic.
Yes, only size has kept us out of it, basically. When I looked at the pools, I believe we're in the regions 1, 10, and 15, avoiding 6 and 7. Those are the Louisville ones. Avoiding 11, that would be Lexington. Bodes well for the volleyball Lady Tigers. What I would like to see them do is stay healthy, make sure they get their best 6 out there, and when they go up there, obviously they're going to try to win it, but definitely want to advance as far as they can, because right now they look like not just all-A regional contenders, but regional contenders.
Absolutely. The Lady Tiger volleyball team 7-1. Tiger football team from Caldwell County 2-0. Hoptown 1-1. Getting ready for a good game here tonight at the Stadium of Champions in Hopkinsville. Dennis and Bob, back up to you guys.
All right, thank you, Todd. Just under 13 minutes before we kick this one off, Bob, and we're going to talk on defense just a little bit in the minutes we got left here on the McGregor Group pregame show. defensively for Caldwell County, I'm impressed with the number of kids that are already in double digits on tackles. And we're going to have big games from these guys tonight. Ben Holt leads the way with 14 tackles already on the season. Right behind, you got Elijah Shaheen, who has stood on his head the first 2 games. Devin Kilgore, both with 13 tackles on the year. Max Kramer with 11. Then you've got a host of several Tigers with 9. So a lot of good play defensively, but we're going to have to do what Coach McGowan said in your interview. We're not going to be able to push them down, shove them out of bounds. We're going to have to wrap them up and tackle them and not let them fight through. We're not going to have to try to reach out and grab a jersey. We've got to wrap arms around these kids tonight.
In looking at the Hopkinsville pregame warm-up, I was watching their passer, Jay Bland, and he has a nice arm. And we cannot let him have 8, 7, 6 seconds in the pocket, because he'll find his receiver and get the ball to him. He has a nice delivery, no hitch in his delivery at all, and throws as Coach McGowan says, I'm getting interested, and he spirals the ball really well, or spins the ball really well. So again, making our defensive pressure key tonight to not allow that to happen, with presence time in the pocket to find open people. Anybody with 6, 7, 8 seconds can generally find somebody open. So we got to play that well, and you're right. We have to tackle well tonight. They're quick, elusive. You just can't arm tackle teams that are quick and fast and have a football tradition, as Hopkinsville does.
And one other thing we want to talk about before we end the pregame show, Bob, is the injury report. Injury report is brought to you by Dr. Mike Littlejohn. Dr. Mike would like to wish the Tigers a safe and successful season. Dr. Mike Littlejohn is your one-stop shop for all of your sports medical needs. And I'll tell you what, we'll continue this right after the national anthem, Bob, before we go to our last break. So if you'll join us, we'll have the Hopkinsville band with the national anthem. And a great job by the Hopkinsville Tiger band tonight with the national anthem. Bob, I was going to say on the injury report, the only Tiger that's really banged up at this point is Travion Samuel. So if you can give us a quick rundown on him, we'll hear that and then take a quick break and be back for the coin toss.
And apparently Travion came into the season with an injured ankle, and in the first game, in the game against Apollo, went down and rolled the ankle, whatever, but he did not practice at all this week, according to Coach McGowan. So whether he's playing at all tonight is a game-time decision.
We got the guys coming out for the coin toss. We're going to take a quick break. Thank you for listening to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. McGregor Group Heating and Air are here for all of your heating and air conditioning needs, including installations, new construction, replacement, repairs, and maintenance. So give them a call, and thank you, McGregor Group, for helping us bring Tiger football to Caldwell County. 7:24 before we kick this one off. We'll be right back with the kickoff and the coin toss coming your way in just a minute or so. Stay tuned. This is Tiger football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Ourselves on friendly faces and convenient service. Our goal is to make your life easier, and one of the biggest ways we do so is with our mobile app. If you have a smartphone, this is definitely for you. Using the NXT app, you can check your balance, view transactions, make mobile deposits, and transfer money between your accounts. Did you know you can even make your loan payments? Give us a call or stop by our main office to set up the NXT app today. You'll be greeted by me, Lizzie Shelton, and I look forward to seeing you at Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
It's not too late to lease a residential, commercial, or agricultural propane tank, so you'll be prepared for this winter. Give Fortner Gas in Princeton a call today to get on their schedule now while prices are still low. If you are an existing Fortner Gas customer and refer a friend for a new tank installation, you'll receive 50 gallons of propane for free. Fortner LP Gas Company in Princeton, a locally owned family business since 1951.
There's an advantage in being the home team. You know who Emma Talley, Jake Lewis, and Pat Gates are. You've seen the wall around Butler Stadium and have heard of the Caldwell Crazies. Trice Hughes, we're your home team. Here's our home team deal of the week.
2019 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk 4x4 with just 17,000 miles. NADA retail is $28,050. Trice priced at $25,000.
Get this home team deal of the week at Trice Hughes. Find us on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or TriceHughes.com.
The time for talk is over. It's game time. Caldwell County football lives on WPKY. Let's check in with the WPKY sports crew live at the stadium.
And welcome back to the Stadium of Champions tonight. It's Caldwell County and Hopkinsville in a big clash. Caldwell County 2-0, Hopkinsville 1-1 on the season. Welcome to the game tonight. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, John Miller up in the booth with you on the sideline. Todd Griffin waiting on Hopkinsville's captains to come out onto the field for the coin toss. Coin toss, we have a new sponsor this week, Bob. People are really jumping on board with this football broadcast. We hope everybody's enjoying it. The coin toss tonight brought to you by Travis Construction and Concrete. For your construction and concrete needs, call Travis Construction and Concrete. They do driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and much more. Good luck, Tigers. Here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. We're glad to welcome Travis Construction and Concrete onto the broadcast here tonight from Hopkinsville.
And all these new sponsors coming online, we really appreciate them. And speaking of the Travis Construction and Concrete, we're in the process of having, we already have a bid on a driveway from Travis to be concreted. So business must be good for Mr. Travis, and we welcome him as a sponsor for tonight's football game.
We appreciate him coming on board with us. I think I see the Hopkinsville captains coming out to the sideline. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll send it on down to Todd on the sideline for tonight's coin toss.
Hey, guys, back down here on the sideline, waiting on the team captains from each side to make their way to midfield. So, we've still got about 4 minutes left before the clock winds down for kickoff. So maybe a few minutes before we get things going. Let's see, Hopkinsville started out this way and still waiting. Caldwell County's team captain is still bringing out the number 42 and number 58 jerseys with them for De'Aaron Hamilton and Avery Warfield. I think they brought those jerseys out with them last 3 years running now. We're headed toward midfield. Just a moment, you'll be hearing from the referee, and we'll be able to get this game underway as Hopkinsville and Caldwell County get ready to play here tonight at the Stadium of Champions in Hopkinsville.
We have been instructed not to issue warnings. Let today's contest reflect future respect. Good luck and have a great contest. Captains for this evening's game for Caldwell County, number 4, Derek Hallowell. Number 8, Aaron Ziobro. Number 15, Ben Holt. Number 30, Max Ashley. Number 75, Luke Stallings.
All right, guys.
Tigers. TJ Weston.
Have good sportsmanship. It's very important. Watch our blocks below the waist and watch her hitting an opponent that's obviously out of the play. That will be a penalty, all right? He's got to be participating. Don't use your helmet to injure an opponent. Let's have fun. That's all I got. Caldwell's going to call the toss. Who's going to call it? 15. You want heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails is called.
Tails was called.
All right, guys, if I drop it, I will reflip it, all right? Tails is called. All right, it is tails. I'm going to show you they won. What you guys want to do?
Defer the second half.
Defer. All right, everybody stay in your positions. Caldwell County won the call. Defer. Hopkinsville, you want the ball? All right, you guys have the second half option. All right, which way you want to kick to start the game? Okay, line up that way, like you're going to kick it.
All right, guys, you heard it there. Caldwell County won the toss and has deferred to the second half. Hopkinsville will get the football first here tonight at the Stadium of Champions.
All right, thank you, Todd. Appreciate that. And we've had a lot of compliments on having the sideline reporter this year, Bob. And it's pretty cool hearing the referees talk to the captains before the game like that and give them some instruction along with the coin toss. So we're having fun with that. We're working out the bugs so far this season. We had a few technical difficulties tonight on our first road trip of the year, but all in all, we appreciate everybody's compliments and comments on the performance so far this season.
It just makes the job really, really enjoyable to be as professional as you can be, and with that dimension to our broadcast and telecast, it's great to be a part of that.
I want to remind everyone the live stream is up and running tonight, so you can check out the game on WPKYonline.com. Teams huddled up on the same end of the field. Caldwell County set to run through a banner. Hoptown has a tunnel to come through. We're going to take time out now to have our prayer before the game. Holy God, thank you for another Friday night. We ask that you protect each student that steps on the field tonight, and we also ask that you bless the efforts of each student in ways they never thought possible. In Jesus' name we pray.
And further, Lord, we ask you to give continued comfort to the Barnes family who are overcoming another tragedy this week, coverage and sportsmanship to the players, patience and understanding to the coaches, wisdom and knowledge to the game officials, and lastly, peace to us all. We ask these things in your precious name. Amen.
Amen. 10 seconds to kickoff. Kickoff is brought to you by Purcell Tire. Let's kick off this school year right with a free vehicle checkup from Purcell Tire. Trust us to keep your vehicle running great so that you'll never be late for school or work. Purcell Tire located at Highway 62 West in Princeton, and you can contact them at www.purcelltire.com. Bob, I think both teams have been looking forward to this one. Hoptown has a bad taste in their mouth after the close loss to Mayfield last week. Caldwell County, after the emotional opening game win against Christian County, dominated Owensboro Apollo last week. And this week they know they're facing a more athletic team in Hopkinsville, looking to keep that record clean.
And to start the game, we certainly not going to be good to get down early in this game by 2 touchdowns, because I'm not sure we have the ability to play catch-up football. And as we've alluded to and what Todd and Gary alluded to, maybe we can control the offense to some degree. We're certainly going on defense to start the game, have the option at the big start of the third quarter, which obviously will take the ball. But we need to play a good, stout first series of downs on defense. And Hopkinsville is going to try us out. They're going to do some things to see what they can be successful with. And then we have to answer everything they do.
Hoptown came out on the wrong end of the field, so they're switching that out. This is WPKY 1580, 103.3, Princeton, Kentucky. WPKY Princeton. I'm going to get that right before November. That's on my list. Blake Viverette has got it teed up at the 40. Kid had a great game last week, 5 out of 5 on extra point attempts, made some good kickoffs also.
And just barely missed a 45-yard field goal.
Javon Level, one of the 2 back for Hopkinsville. Coach McGowan said he's the big threat, so look for Blake to probably try to kick it away from number 1 if possible. Whistle blows. We're set to start this one. Caldwell County Hopkinsville is underway. Short kick's going to bounce at the 15, fielded at the 10 on the far sideline, up to the 20. 25's got some room. Still on his feet as he crosses the 35, brought down at the 39-yard line. Looks like Ben Holt on the tackle for Caldwell County. So Hoptown will take over 1st and 10. They're going to spot it at the 40-yard line. So a big return, 30-yard return on the kickoff by Hopkinsville. And they'll trot out to quarterback, number 2, Jay Bland. Kid's having a big year. They're averaging about 252 a game through the air.
Hopkinsville with orange pants and a gray top shirt. Caldwell County in their blue pants and white shirts. Good contrasting uniforms tonight.
Bland out of the shotgun. Takes it, has some time, looks to the near sideline, complete at the 43, and gang tackled at the 45-yard line. Max Kramer in on the tackle. And that was Reese Jesse Jr., the big offensive target for Bland with the reception. Pick up a 5 on the play, 2nd down and 5 from the 45-yard line of Hopkinsville. Bland has a receiver split far right, 1 near side left, 2 backfield for Bland. Snap is back, handoff coming left, up across the 45 down to the 48-yard line. And it was Brooks, Isaiah Brooks, a 5'11", 180-pound junior. A lot of upperclassmen in this lineup for the Hopkinsville Tigers. 3rd and 2 for Hoptown. Kind of feeling it out a little bit, a pass and a run. Mixing it up by the Hoptown Tigers to open. They're going to bring extra tight end. Single back set for Bland under center. Snap is back. Bland gives it to the deep back up across the 50. He's got some room, breaks the tackle. 40, 30, still on his feet. Shoestring tackle by Russ Bashir down at the 26-yard line. Saved a touchdown. Is that number 1, I think, Javon Level?
I believe it was, Dennis. Number 1's out there, and I'm sure it was him.
So Bashir with the big tackle.
Touchdown saving tackle.
But it's a 1st down at the 26-yard line. Flag comes in. And it's going to be motioned by Hoptown. That'll back them up 5 yards. Big hole opened up on that left side. Hoptown hit it and picked up a big gain on the play. Just about a minute and a half into the ball game so far. No score early. Bland out of the shotgun. Puts Level in motion. Hands off to Level. He's going to try to go right across the 30, the 25, and down inside the 25-yard line. Ben Holt again on the tackle for Caldwell County. We really look for Jaden Dillard to get a lot of the action, but so far Level has been the workhorse. Hoptown's going to have it 2nd down and 8. Bland's going to go under center, something you don't really see a lot in high school football anymore. Puts one back in motion. That's Level. Turns up the field. Flag's going to be thrown. He started up the field well before the snap of the ball. So mistake by Hoptown will cost them 5 yards back. Bob, you can probably count on one hand the number of times we've seen a quarterback for either team in the first 3 weeks of the season until tonight go under center.
And especially all the plays. Sometimes you see him go up under center maybe 3 or 4 times a game, but he's been under center every play on this drive.
Bland back under center. Level and Dillard in the backfield. Puts Level in motion again. This time Dillard on the handoff, finds a hole on the left side across the 25 down to about the 24-yard line. Good tackle in there again. Holt, Van Hoosier both in on the pile after that one. We said in the pregame we're going to have big games, a big game out of Ben Holt. So far, so good.
And a big 3rd down coming up here, Dennis. 3rd and 8 for the Hopkinsville Tigers.
Bland's going to go out of the shotgun this time. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Going to spread Caldwell out. Man coverage for Caldwell County. Bland drops back, has protection, throws over the middle, complete, hit at the 15, brought down at the 13. We'll call it the 14-yard line, but enough for a first down. So Hoptown picks up a big third down conversion.
Needed 8 and got 10.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 14-yard line. Hoptown will have it 1st and 10. Dillard and Level in the backfield as Bland's going to go back under center. One receiver split to the right. Ball on the ground. Looks like Caldwell County recovered. Bland couldn't handle the snap, and Caldwell County pounces.
I believe Tate Van Hooser was on that ball.
So Hopkinsville threatening early on, shut down with a turnover. So the Tigers of Caldwell County will come out, take their first offensive possession of the night. Big break for the Tigers. We'll see if we can cash in and move the ball. Two receivers to the right, one to the left with Hollowell in the backfield with Bashir. Snap is back, handoff to Hollowell, hits the middle of the line. Nothing there for DeErick. And Bobby said that's Shaheen on the recovery for Caldwell County on the fumble recovery. So Elijah trying to win his second C3 electric power alignment of the game with that play, off to a good start. Two receivers set each side for Caldwell County. Bashir takes a snap, hands off to Hollowell again up the middle. Some better yardage on this one, out near the 20-yard line. We'll spot at nose of the ball touching the 20.
6-yard run by DeErick that time.
3rd down and 4 for Caldwell. 7:26 to go in the first quarter. Empty backfield for Bashir. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Nearest receiver is Trip Branch. Bashir is going to keep it himself. Design quarterback keeper. Comes up short of the first down. He gets out to the 23-yard line. Needed just past the 24 for a first, so that'll bring up 4th down. Caldwell tried to spread out Hopkinsville with 5 receivers set. Bashir on the keeper comes up about a yard short. So Caldwell County brings out the punt team. Hoptown not sure how many players they had on the field. Kick is up. Fair catch called at the 49-yard line of Hopkinsville. John? A little technical difficulty maybe with the live stream tonight. So Hoptown will take over again for their second possession at their own 49-yard line. Trill Branch with a good kick. Bob, a little surprised. It looks like Caldwell County has maybe a bigger crowd than Hoptown tonight. I know we've got a good crowd across the way.
There's not many on this Hopkinsville side. It's surprising.
And we've got an official timeout, water break on the field. So we're going to take a 30-second break and be right back. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, Lawn Cutters Equipment LLC, Big John's Barbecue, Brantley Furniture, Bella Marie Boutique, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Fredonia Valley Bank, Great Wall of China, and by Farless Realty. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY app.
Back to Hopkinsville Stadium of Champions. Caldwell County, Hopkinsville in a timeout right now for a water break. It is very warm night here at Hoptown, so officials call the timeout for the mandated, I guess, middle of the quarters when they'll take these breaks, Bob. 6:30 left in it. Taking a look at the scoreboard, 6:30 left in the first quarter. No score so far here at Hopkinsville. The home-standing Tigers with their second offensive possession. Bland in the backfield. He's going to send lone running back in motion. Bland drops back, has some time, looks over the middle, incomplete and almost picked off. Holt and Van Hoosier almost had a hand on that one. So the incompletion will bring up 2nd down and 10. And Bob, I'd like to see neither one of those kids be able to bring that ball in. Not only would have given us possession, but they had some room either way they were going.
That's one of the breaks that you wish you could capitalize on, because it was two of our players maybe had a little shot at that.
Another empty backfield for Hopkinsville as Bland out of the shotgun. He's going to put Level in motion. Level takes the handoff, tries to go to the right side, hit at the 50. He gets across midfield. Good tackle, or good hit first by number 63.
Devin Kilgore.
Caldwell County, Devin Kilgore.
Ball marked at the Tiger Caldwell 49, gain of 2 yards on that play. Brings up 3rd and 8 for the Hopkinsville Tigers.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Running back to the left of Bland. He goes back, had a little more pressure. This one complete at the 38. He's across the 30 and pulled down from behind inside the 25. I think that was Reese Jesse on the reception. And Bob, you talked about it. Bland's having plenty of time to stand in that pocket and throw the ball all the way down to the Tiger 21-yard line on the reception.
And the receiver was wide open on that particular play.
Two to the left, one to the right for receivers. Bland takes it, drops back, goes towards the end zone, off the hands of his intended receiver, overthrown. Tried to cash in and go to the end zone off the fingertips right at the goal line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 21.
So far tonight, Jesse is Bland is 3 out of 5 from the quarterback position in throwing the ball.
First road game of the year for Caldwell County here at the Stadium of Champions. This is a great facility. Hoptown's going to call a timeout, so we'll take a quick break along with them and come right back. 5-12 in the first quarter, no score. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKYonline.com.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Treasures Remembered, Wallace Toy, Josh Ray, Woodman Light, Armory Gun Shop, Black Patch Grill, Jeff Russo, attorney at law, Pet Grooming by David Rogers, Taco John's, The Joint Barbecue, and by Community Medical Clinic. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY app.
Back to the Stadium of Champions, 5-12 left to go in the first quarter. Let's send it down on the sidelines to Todd Griffin.
Hey, thanks, Dennis. Down here on the sideline, Caldwell County and Hopkinsville scoreless. Just wanted to point out that over in front of the Hoptown student section, there's a couple of signs. One says Barnes Strong, obviously for Caldwell County head coach David Barnes. There's also a Carwile Strong sign over there for Kelly Carwile, who was the longtime coach at Webster County, Lyon County, and a lot of basketball teams in Western Kentucky.
Take a shot back to the action. Bland hit as he throws, incomplete. And, Bob, we have had a lot of great sportsmanship so far this season out of everybody we've played. It started on the first night with Christian County, where Caldwell County had just a heartbreaking loss of their head coach going into the season. And also, I saw the news on Carwile a little bit this week on Twitter. The guy was a great coach, coached at several places in West Kentucky, so another one that's going to be missed from the coaching ranks. Level in the backfield with Bland. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. 3rd down and long for Hoptown, 3rd and 10. Bland looks at his play sheet, puts Level in motion, fakes the handoff, comes back the other way to number 21, complete at the 20, barrels his way down close to the 10. very close to a first down. Reese Jesse, an excellent receiver. Nice run after the catch, avoided some contact. And let's see how close he is on this. It's marked at the 11. And by the looks of the far side, that's enough for a first down, and it is. Signal first down. So apparently well across the first down mark. They didn't even bring it out to measure. So 1st and 10 from the 11 for Hoptown. Bland's going to go back under center. Ball loose on the ground again, picked up in the backfield. Caldwell County has a man on it as Hoptown picked it up, but a good job by number 50 for Caldwell County, John Paredes. So the loss on the play is going to go back to the 16-yard line. A couple of times tonight, Bland's had trouble handling the snap out of center. That one got on the ground, picked up by the deep back for Hopkinsville.
Brings up 2nd and 15 for the Hopkinsville Tigers.
It's going to put number 34 in motion to the far side, level in the backfield as Bland goes under center again. Handoff is to level. He's trying to come around the left side. Hit at the 10, pushed out of bounds near the 8-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 9. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. Caldwell County really needs to hold right here, Bob. But you gotta wonder if Hopkinsville is going to go two tries at this from this close.
They have a decent field goal kicker, so it'd be interesting on this. Hopkinsville's first drive, 7 plays before they fumble. This drive is in its 9th play right now, so they've had the ball for 16 plays. We've had the ball for basically 3 and a punt.
About 10 seconds clicked off the clock there before they figured out that the runner had gone out of bounds. Hoptown's going to call another timeout because they want to make sure on this 3rd down play. We'll take a timeout with them. 3:41 to go in the first quarter. This is Tiger Football, where you can keep up with the Tigers all season on yoursportsedge.com.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Treasures Remembered, Wallace Toys, Josh Ray, Woodman Light, Armory Gun Shop, Black Patch Grill, Jeff Russo, Attorney at Law, Pet Grooming by David Rogers, Taco John's, The Joint Barbecue, and by Community Medical Clinic. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY app.
Back to the Stadium of Champions. Hopkinsville threatening the ball on the 9-yard line, 3rd down and 8. Bland's going to go out of the shotgun. I think that's level in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Bland takes it, goes in to the middle, hit, I think, short of a first down. Ben Holt on the tackle.
Mark it at the 4-yard line.
Down
Pick up
to the 4. That will bring up a 4th down. Hoptown's going to keep the offense on the field. See if that Tiger defense can make a stand as we tick down close to 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Bland's going to come out of the shotgun, level on his left shoulder. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Bland sets, takes a snap, goes into the end zone, touchdown, Hopkinsville. Little slant route, complete. And that's Reese Jesse. It's been level and Jesse causing Caldwell County all kinds of trouble. Score comes at 2:55 to go in the first quarter. Puts Hoptown on the board first, 6-0 as they set up for the extra point. Jesse, a kid that knows how to get position. Kick is up and good. So with 2:55 to go in the first quarter, it's Hopkinsville 7, Caldwell County nothing. We'll be back in just a minute. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
One of the greatest agricultural communities in Kentucky and in the country, and that comes with responsibility, especially during harvest season. Penny Ryle Electric reminds you to watch for heavy farm machinery on the roads. For farmers, staying safe means surveying for overhead power lines and underground utilities when moving large or elevated equipment, and when beginning any excavation project like tiling or fence post digging. Need guidance? Call Penny Ryle Electric. They've been cooperating with the ag community for now 82 years.
We've all heard the phrase service above self or servant's heart. There's some that actually live by this. We call these folks hometown heroes. Nominate your hometown hero by going to WPKYonline.com and clicking on Hometown Hero. They just may be recognized as the Hometown Hero of the Month.
Back to the Stadium of Champions. Hoptown set to kick it off after scoring the game's first touchdown. Ball is in the air. Short kick's going to be received at the 13-yard line. Hollowell's going to try to take it back to the middle, and not much there. Gets close to the 20 before he's tackled. I think they're not even going to mark him that far, Bob. Looks like maybe the
18,
18-yard line. We'll see where they spot it down at. Hollowell wanted to go back to the middle, get behind some blockers. Hoptown came through the line. And pretty good spot for Caldwell County, right at the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 20. Caldwell is going to bring Branch and Van Hoosier near side in a 2-receiver set to the right. 2 receivers also to the left. Bashir looks, he's got some company already. Tucks comes up and he's going to lose a couple on the play. That's going to be a long night if Caldwell County isn't able to afford Russ any more protection than that. He was only back for about a second and had some company coming off the end, whereas Coach McGowan said in your coaches show earlier tonight, that's where Hopkinsville is going to send the pressure from. They brought it on that one, so the loss is back to the
just a loss
19.
of 1 yard.
Bashir back to pass again, looks up the field, has some company at the 15, dances around across the 20, picks up some positive yardage as he goes out of bounds near the 30-yard line. I think they're going to get him down at about the 28. So it'll be 3rd down and a long 2 for the Tigers. Good job by Rush not to panic on that one. He had some pressure well back in the backfield, able to dodge it all the way out to the 28. 2-back set. Bashir to pass again. Swing pass incomplete. Smiley, the intended receiver, hit just about the time the ball arrived, so Caldwell County will face another 4th down. Offense not able to get on track so far here in this first quarter as Trip Branch comes on to kick this one away to Hopkinsville. 1:49 left to go in the first quarter. Hoptown with the 7-0 lead. Snap is back to Branch. Puts it up. Spins, goes out of bounds. We'll see where they spot this one. Just barely into Hoptown territory. I think it's going to be at their 48-yard line, Bob.
And so, only a 24-yard punt that time, a Trip. Not one, obviously, he's an excellent punter, but
came off the side of his foot a little bit. 1:41 to go in the quarter, but a tough start for the offense for the Tigers of Caldwell County. Bland's going to bring the troops out. They're going to put Jesse in a split set on the far sideline. 1 receiver near. 1 back with Bland. Bland in the shotgun, takes a snap, drops back, looks down the field, is going to go for it all down the far sideline. This one broken up. Good coverage by Caldwell County's Barron Wells. Wells stride for stride with the Hoptown receiver. Hoptown, after the punt comes out, tries to get the big strike. But the incompletion will bring up 2nd down and 10. One of the few teams that go back to a huddle too, Bob. You just, a lot of things you don't see a lot from, of course, Caldwell County, but a lot of teams on their schedule also don't employ a lot of this.
So far, we've been unable to get our rush back in his pace. So
Bland with the handoff. They come left side, bounce it back to the middle. Big gain up near the Caldwell County 40. Number 63 in on the tackle. That's Devin Kilgore. Down to the Tiger 41-yard line. 1st down. Hoptown, a lot of size on that offensive line, Bob, because you can look at it. You're looking 230, 250, 250, 205, and 270. So some pretty good sized kids on that line for Hoptown. Extra tight end in. Bland under center. Big hole on the right side up near the 36-yard line. Brought down, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So Hoptown will have it 2nd down and 6.
one thing I've noticed, Dennis, the play clocks. I don't see any play clocks anywhere.
Yeah, there's one right at the corner of the scoreboard.
Okay, okay.
Kind of hidden. It looks like just another number up with the board. Bland drops back, looks sideline complete at the 30, still on his feet. Ben Holt's going to come in along with Wells and finish that off. But it's going to be enough for another Hoptown 1st down to the 29-yard line. So Bland kind of able to stand back there and pick and choose. A tough night defensively for the Tigers because the receivers that they have, and even when you've got Level coming out of the backfield, these are some athletic kids, and it's going to be hard to stay one-on-one with a lot of them for more than a couple of 3 seconds. Whistle blows. That's the end of the 1st quarter. So after 1 quarter of play, it's Hopkinsville 7, Caldwell County nothing. We'll be back for 2nd quarter action in 1 minute. This is Tiger football on 1580, 103.3.
Delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine. Head to La Potosina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or in Marion. Maria's specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Stop in for delicious lunch or dinner. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant is open 7 days a week. Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9. Friday and Saturday, 11 to 9:30. Sundays, 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion.
What does your morning sound like?
Morning, Al.
Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please? Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
And welcome back to the Stadium of Champions. The 2nd quarter is brought to you by Cozy Living. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique has been under the ownership and management of Pam and Nab Haverlock for several years. Stop in and see Jake, see all the beautiful things in their store. Cozy Living, everything a home should be.
And Bob snap on the play, bobbled into the shotgun by Bland. He's hitting the backfield and dropped back at the 31-yard line. Loss of 2 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 12 for Hopkinsville, who lead this game 7-0. Just underway here in the 2nd quarter. Bland's going to go in the backfield with 2 receivers each side. He'll drop back, looks the field over, goes incomplete down at the 12-yard line. Found a spot in that zone, camped out in there, and very catchable ball. Caldwell fortunate that wasn't hauled in. 3rd down and 12 coming up for Hoptown. Hope you'll stay tuned after the 2nd quarter for the Little Caesars halftime report. We'll have a report from Todd Griffin on the sideline, also the Poly-I stats from Bob Hayes. All that coming your way on the Little Caesars halftime report. Third down and 12 for Hopkinsville as they come to the line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Single back at Bland's shoulder. Bland drops back, looks down the field, gets a little pressure. As the scramble goes towards the sideline, throws the ball up and out of bounds. Caldwell County had some pressure on the play coming from number 54, Elijah Shaheen. And Bob, this kid is a monster defensively for Caldwell County.
And only a sophomore too, Dennis. He's got a brilliant future ahead of him, and a penalty flag on the play.
We'll see what this one was. If it was against Hopkinsville, that would bring up 4th down. And they're going to mark it off against Hoptown, so apparently we are going to take the holding penalty. Ball brought all the way back to the Caldwell 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd down
and 22.
22. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Bland in the shotgun, drops back, has some time, looks over the middle. This one in and out of the hands of the intended receiver at the 22. Bashir and Wells on the coverage. But Bob, that's another one that's in and out of the hands of the receiver. Looks like Hoptown may bring out the punt unit on this since it's 4th and so long. Caldwell's going to send Wells back deep to receive the punt, but you've still, with the athletes that Hoptown has, you've got to watch for the fake punt, especially with the ball on Caldwell's end of the field.
One thing, these balls are bouncing off Hopkinsville's hands. They're not in the dirt or ground, and we have a shot at picking one of them off here shortly.
Snap is back, clean snap, kick is up, nice high kick. It's going to take a bounce at the 11, take a Hoptown bounce all the way down to the 1-yard line. So a great punt by Hopkinsville is going to pin Caldwell County right back on its goal line. Tigers will come out for the 3rd possession, 1st and 10 from their own 1. That's a play that a lot of coaches and pro teams would like to see a kick with that kind of touch. Hoptown pulled it off, and it's going to cause Caldwell to take the snap in their backfield, in their end zone.
This is where Dalton Haney really becomes important at the center position.
Absolutely. Hoptown showed pressure. Handoff comes to Hollowell on the left side. Picks up maybe 1 on the play. Hopkinsville brought the blitz from the inside that time. Picked up well by Caldwell, but Hollowell still not able to get around the end after a 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. Hoptown 1-1 on the season. Lost last week to Mayfield, the number 1 ranked 2A team in the state. Bashir has Hollowell to his right. Hands off to Hollowell again, turns, comes back up the middle. Great cut there across the 10. 1st down run by Derek Hollowell.
Strong north-south run that time. Mark at the 13-yard line, I believe.
1st down brought to you by Lake Barkley CrossFit, but I think a better one, Bob. We'll write this one down quick. That was a big boys barbershop quick cut by Derek Hollowell. Wanted to take that one outside to the left, cut it back inside, picked up the 1st down out to the 13-yard line, give the Tigers a little bit of breathing room. And we got a report that John Miller in at Big Boys today for the haircut.
Eventually, you're going to get there for a shave, aren't you,
Getting there for a shave. We had a little bit long meeting today, so not able to get there, but maybe next Friday. Up the middle, nice run across the 20 again, Hollowell. Good job by the Tiger line to come off the ball on that one.
Out to the 22.
22 is going to be very close.
9-yard run that time by Derek.
Picked up by Derek. 2nd and short for the Tigers as we near 9 minutes to go in the 1st half. We talked in the pregame. Hollowell doesn't shy away from contact this season. He lowers that head and will go in traffic this year. Bashir keeps it himself, hits the line. See if he picked up the first down. Side judge has got his foot marked at the 24.
Should be enough.
If that's where they'll mark it, that is a Lake Barkley CrossFit first down for the Tigers. The first 2 first downs of the contest. And it is spotted at the 24. Bob, one of the reasons that ball may be coming off the receiver's hand so much for Hoptown, it is still a hot night. There might be some sweat. I'm not sure if they're wearing gloves or not. Most do these days.
And Mr. Bland may be putting some juice on the ball as well, which
Caldwell,
was that a fumbled snap? We picked it up.
No, I think that was a quick snap under center.
Russ picks up 2 yards
to the 26-yard line. Bashir in the back, in the shotgun, has Hollowell in the backfield. Caldwell has extra tight end in, 2 receivers to the right. Bashir, with some pressure, connects it to Wells. Wells is going to be hit and brought down for a loss. A little extracurricular activity on the far sideline. They separate, no foul there. Wells on the catch, but the loss takes it back to the 21-yard line. Bashir had a little pressure right up the middle as Hoptown does cover the center in their defense. Bashir with De'Eric Hollowell to his left. 2 receivers each way. Slot receiver on the right is Van Hoosier. They fake the pressure, drop back out of it. Bashir has some time, looks down the field, wants Wells. A little contact, no call at the 45, incomplete. Kind of bang-bang play, Bob. I was hoping we would get a call there, but good coverage by Hopkinsville. And it's going to bring up 4th and 13 for Caldwell. $7:17 left to go in the first half. Tripp Branch has been a busy guy tonight. His punt, little pooch kick as he had some incoming rush. Fielded at the 48 of Hoptown, trying to get around the end. Flag in on the play. Tackle made at the 44-yard line of Caldwell County. It was Devin Kilgore on the tackle for the Tigers. Flag on the other side of the field. Official talking to the Caldwell player. You suspect it's holding in that situation, but we'll wait for the official call. Flag down at the 46-yard line. Illegal block by Hopkinsville. That'll back it into Hoptown territory back to the 44-yard line, where they'll start 1st and 10, leading this one 7-0. Touchdown late in the first quarter by Hoptown. Bob will have all of the first half stats coming your way on the Little Caesars halftime report, so stay tuned for that. 1 receiver each side, back in motion. Bland hands off to Level.
And not much there.
Picks up a couple on the play. Really, Level has handled more of the duties tonight than Jaden Dillard. Bob, I could see if they played in a muddy game, those jerseys and numbers would be kind of hard to pick up.
You are
because
correct.
They are starting to be a little more difficult shining in the lights. They bring Reese Jesse to the near side. Van Hoosier has coverage on him. Bland with the handoff, finds some room on the right side across midfield to the 40, the 30, pushed out of bounds. Flag comes in as they're going to call a late hit on Caldwell County. Kilgore on the tackle, but I think they're going to flag him as Hoptown ran out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Personal foul call is going to take it down to the 10. Bad break. I mean, Devin had some momentum going, went out of bounds, and as hard as it is to pull up, just can't do that. So it's going to be half the distance down. We'll call it the 13-yard line, just inside the 13, where Hoptown has it 1st and 10. Single receivers each side. Bland's going to go under center. Offset eye in the backfield. Bland with the handoff across the right side. Nice hit at the 10-yard line. I think that was Kilgore again. Ben Holt also in on the play. I think I said Brooks, Isaiah Brooks on the carry. Ball spotted at the 10. 2nd down and a short 7 for Hopkinsville. Single receivers each side for Hoptown as Bland goes back under center. And Hoptown jumped on that one. That'll back them up 5 yards. I think the right back was eager to get the block on that one.
The block or the ball?
I think he had his ears pinned back to hit somebody. Takes it back to the 15-yard line. 2nd and 12 now for Hoptown. Caldwell County got a little offense going about midway of this 2nd quarter, but snuffed out. Still only trailing at this point, 7-0. Bland's going to go out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. Looks the field over, across the middle, complete, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoptown. We'll try to catch the number. You say rushing?
I think there is a lane rushing.
Rushing with the touchdown pass. 15-yard touchdown pass gives Hoptown the lead 13-0 as they'll try the extra point. Snap is back, handled. Kick is up. And good. So with 5:01 left to go in the first half, it's Hoptown 14, Caldwell County nothing. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're following Tiger Sports on YourSportsEdge.com.
Expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying is Planters Bank is here to provide the financial services you need. Planters Bank believes in the strength of our community and is a full-service financial institution. Our employees have a true passion for helping our neighbors, and it shows. See Jake Pepper and the rest of the Planters Bank staff at 208 North Jefferson. Planters Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Fred Foltz at the Woodall Agency in Princeton. We have served the small business owners of this area for over 100 years. Do you have trouble understanding liability or workers' comp insurance? Are your insurance premiums spiraling out of control? Whether you're a furniture store on Main Street, a plumber or electrician, or a locally owned bank or car dealer, we have a policy for you. We are the business insurance experts. Give me a call at 365-5541. You'll be glad.
Back to the Stadium of Champions. Caldwell County in a bit of a hole right now with 5:01 left to go in the first half, down 14-0 to Hoptown. Kick put in play. It's going to be a short kick, fielded at the 20-yard line by Wells. He's across the 25, tries to get to the far side, 30, spins, still on his feet. Going to say his knee hit, flag on the play at the 35-yard line. Good return by Barron Wells. We'll see if any of it comes back. Ball's going to be spotted at the 30-yard line. Penalty is against Caldwell County. We'll see where this will back them up to. I think it's a little illegal block against the Tigers of Caldwell. Ball is going to be spotted at the 20. So Bashir will put his offense in play from the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first half, trailing 14-0. Handoff goes to Hollowell, takes it up the middle for a pickup of about 5. Hollowell running strong tonight.
He's our only offense, running well.
I like his patience back there, waiting for what hole is going to open
There's another
up.
little cut on that move.
So he's well into the running for the big boys barbershop quick cut. Bashir is going to keep 2 backs in the backfield. He'll send 2 to his left, 1 to the right. In motion, handoff goes to Hollowell. Gets some room on the right side, up across the 35 and out of bounds. Good run on the misdirection by Caldwell County. We'll pick up a Lake Barkley CrossFit first down.
Gain
down
of
to the
13
38-yard line.
13-yard run that time by Derek.
Trip set, first time we've seen that tonight, to the right. Single receiver to the left. Bashir rolls, looks up the field, across the 40 and out of bounds. Or they're going to keep him in bounds. Clock's still running, so apparently tackled him in bounds. At the 40, let's see if we'll give him the 43-yard line. No, they're going to take it back 42. It's getting worse as we go. 41-yard line. I like the first call better. 41-yard line, Caldwell County puts it in place, 2nd down. Hand off to Hollowell, in traffic, breaks a tackle, hard run all the way up to midfield, De'Eric Hollowell.
And into Hopkinsville territory at the 49.
Caldwell quickly back to the line. Lake Barkley CrossFit first down by Hollowell. Snap is back. Bashir is going to keep it, fakes a handoff, head to head. Look like a couple of Rams met at the 48-yard line. Second down after a couple of yards, maybe a yard and a half on the gain. I'm not sure Russ is going to call that number. Russ down the sideline. Flag on the play intended for Van Hoosier, double covered at the 25-yard line. 2 flags in the area, so we hope that's pass interference against Hoptown. See what the call is going to be on this one. Pass interference against the homestanding Tigers. They'll march that one off for another Lake Barkley CrossFit first down. Caldwell on the move late in the first half, 3:06 to go in the second quarter. Spotting that one at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers. Bashir hands off to Hollowell, hits the hole on the right side, out across the 20, 10, still turning inside the 10. De'Eric Hollowell running with some purpose tonight. Another Lake Barkley CrossFit first down. This is going to be 1st and goal for the Tigers from the 6-yard line. And Caldwell is going to call timeout.
Derek rips off a 27-yard run that time, Dennis.
Timeout's brought to you by Russo Law. Russo Law is located in downtown Princeton and ready to serve all of your legal needs. Here's to a great season, Tigers, from your friends at Russo Law. John, we're going to keep it right here. 2:57 left to go in the first half, and De'Eric Hollowell has put the team on his shoulders at this point, kind of running hard, taking it down the field, making the quick cuts that we've talked about, and also putting the pads to the defender and bowling over a couple of players on that run all the way down to the Hoptown 6-yard line. Coming up at halftime, the Little Caesars halftime report. Bob will have all the stats of the game. We'll talk to Todd Griffin down on the sideline, so stay tuned for that. Caldwell back out on the field. Coach Will Barnes yelling out some instructions. Caldwell looking to cut this lead in half before halftime. First couple of possessions, Bob, for Caldwell County, if I remember right, 3 and outs, but they really
got moving on the third possession when we were down at our 1-yard line.
Found some rhythm here in the second quarter. They're going to bring Barron Wells all the way to the near sideline. The only receiver for Caldwell is Wells. Flags come in on the play. Probably offsides, I would say. We'll just check to see. It's against Hopkinsville. Illegal substitution against Hoptown. That'll take it inside the 5.
Should be
down to
the
the
3, yes.
Hoptown's had a couple of times tonight, Bob, where they've had to run players off the field, had 12 kids on the field twice tonight already and got them off. With this one, 1st and goal now from the 3-yard line for the Tigers. Same formation. It's going to be Bashir on the keeper, finds the corner. Touchdown, Caldwell County. I don't see any flags on the play. So Russ Bashir on the keeper, great blocking on the right side. And the Tigers, with 2:50 to go in the second quarter, trim this one 14-6 as Blake Viverette will come out to try to tack on the extra point. Logan Smiley on the hold for the Tigers. Snap is back. Kick is up. And good. So with 2:50 to go in the first half, Caldwell County cuts the lead in half. It's Hoptown 14, Caldwell 7. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Sports coverage is brought to you in part by Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, Lawn Cutters Equipment LLC, Big John's Barbecue, Brantley Furniture, Bella Marie Boutique, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Fredonia Valley Bank, Great Wall of China, and by Farless Realty. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY.
Back to the Stadium of Champions. Caldwell with their first touchdown of the night. 3-yard run by Russ Bashir. Taco John's extra point by Blake Viverette. Todd confirming that was another situation with 12 men on the field for Hoptown. As Viverette has it teed up at the 40. He approaches the ball to put it in play. Low line drive down the middle. Takes a bounce to the left. Returned by Hoptown up across the 30. And down to the 32-yard line. Tackle on the play by Max Kramer. We'll see where they spot this. Maybe we're going to give it to the 34. I'm sorry, Bob.
I think the 34 is the correct call.
And it is going to be the 34, where Hoptown has 2:43 left to see what they can do as we near halftime in this one. First time tonight, Caldwell's defense has really had a bit of a rest as Caldwell's offense had that long drive to capped off with Bashir's touchdown run. So maybe the defense a little bit fresher.
I think we opened some holes in that line. Our offensive lineman may be getting some continuity.
Trip set with the receiver in motion. Bland to the far side, complete. Avoids a tackle at the 35, still on his feet across midfield. Finally pushed out of bounds. And Jesse with the reception, Bob. That kid has been a thorn in our side all night. Hit twice and able to keep his feet. Gets it into Caldwell territory at the 49-yard line. First down, Hoptown. Got out of bounds, stops the clock with 2:32 to go. Just a quality receiver. Big kid, too, 6'4", 190, so he's a big target.
And shifty. He spun out of a tackle and then bounced off 2 more tackles before turning it upfield. Gain was good for 21 yards.
The official fixing the shoulder pad gear of the far side receiver for Hopkinsville. He'll blow the whistle, get this back going. Bland out of the shotgun. 2 receivers each way. He drops back. Has a receiver out of the backfield. Instead, comes near side, complete at the 37-yard line. Caldwell trying to rip the ball away. Whistles finally blow dead. Jesse with the reception. Max Kramer, Ben Holt in on the tackle. Tigers doing everything they could to try to rip that ball away. With Jesse, a strong kid. First down, Hoptown, 2 first downs in less than half a minute. Snap comes back to Bland. Looks down the field. Slant pattern complete at the 22, inside the 15 before he's brought down. I think, let's see if he took the ball away. Caldwell did. That was Barron Wells, just ripped the ball away from the Hoptown receiver. Great job by Barron Wells. He had made the tackle at the 14, or in the process of making the tackle, reached in, just grabbed the ball, took it away. Turnover gives it to Caldwell County at the 14-yard line. We'll see if they play it safe. 2:04 to go at the end of the first half. Suspect a big dose of Derek Hollowell. This one given to Hollowell. He's met at the line. Nothing there. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Officials have the clock stopped. And it starts back up. No, I think Caldwell's going to take their time on this one. Hoptown, if they're not out of timeouts, I don't think they have over one. They used 2 in the first quarter. 2 back set for Caldwell County. And off to Hollowell. Finds a hole up across the 20, on his feet out to the 25-yard line.
Pick up of a first down.
Blake Barkley crossfit first down for Hollowell, having a big night. Ball at the 25. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Bashir. Handoff goes to Hollowell, tries to find some room on the right side, picks his way up across the 35. See if he got out of bounds. And did. Clock stops with 1:07.
Mark at the another first down.
Looks like it's going to be either the 36, 37-yard line. We'll see where they put this one down at the 37. Hollowell picking up the first downs. It's going to be Bashir with a keeper, comes left side, hit and knocked down back at the 36. Stays in bounds. Bob, that one carry, we need to credit to Smiley instead of Derek Hollowell, I think the one that had no gain from the 14.
Okay.
Timeout, Caldwell County. Timeouts are brought to you by our friend Jeff Russo. Russo Law is located in downtown Princeton. Always ready to serve all of your legal needs. Here's to a great season, Tigers, from your friends at Russo Law. 48 seconds before we'll have the Little Caesars halftime report. We'll talk to Todd Griffin on the sideline. All the stats coming up from Bob Hayes, so hope you'll stay tuned for that coming your way at the half. Taking a look at the scoreboard, brought to you by our friends at Goodwin Insurance. And look at the scoreboard. 48 seconds left in this one. Hoptown leads it 14-7. Caldwell County has the ball, second down and 11 from their own 36-yard line. And Bob, do you have the page with Goodwin Insurance? I had the wrong information on the new copy here, so we want to tell you about our friends at Goodwin Insurance. We will find that and get back to that. Goodwin Insurance is your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. Bashir on the snap wants to roll right. Pursuit by Hoptown, not much there for Russ as he gets it back to maybe the original line of scrimmage. And a little bit more out to the 39-yard line.
Gain of 3 that time by Russ makes it 3rd and 8.
30 seconds left in the half. Bashir drops back, looks to throw complete at the 41-yard line. The Van Hoosier shakes off a couple of tackles, finally brought down at the 49-yard line. First down for Caldwell County. Lake Barkley CrossFit first down. So Bashir's got about 13 seconds, and they need to put some time back on the clock. Apparently they're going to leave it at 13.8. We'll take a quick time out along with them and be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on WPKYonline.com.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, Lawn Cutters Equipment LLC, Big John's Barbecue, Brantley Furniture, Bella Marie Boutique, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Fredonia Valley Bank, Great Wall of China, and by Farless Realty. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY app.
Back to the Stadium of Champions as we near halftime. Caldwell County has the ball 1st and 10 from midfield, trailing this one 14-7.
So far, Dennis, in the first half, De'Eric has run the ball, rushed the ball 11 times for 105 yards.
That's a great stat. Polly-Eye's stat of the first half so far. Good job by De'Eric, and always a great job by Polly-Eyes. We're glad those guys are on board with us. And anybody you ask can tell you how great a Polly-Eye's pizza is. So well known all around the area. In fact, from several states out. Snap is back to Bashir out of the shotgun. Gets some protection. Now it's collapsing on him. Rolls right. Throws down the field. Complete at the 35-yard line to Van Hoosier. 8.5 seconds left. Caldwell County hustles back up to the line. See if they'll take a shot at the end zone. Hollowell gets set, and they'll snap the ball and ground it. Stopping the clock with 4.5 seconds to go here in the first half. Bob will see if they go with a wide split and just send one to the end zone. I think Russ has plenty of arm to get it ball spotted on the 35-yard line. Or are they going to try a long field goal? And they are. They're going to give Blake Viverette a chance. This one's going to be spotted at the 41. 51-yard try on a West Kentucky Memorial's field goal attempt. Spot is down, kick is up, and it's going to be well short, goes into the end zone. And time will expire on that one. They got up under it just a little bit. Field goals are brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials with locations in Princeton, Cadiz, and Hopkinsville. They're a proud supporter of Caldwell County football, and their son is a Caldwell County Tiger. He's Jameis Carnahan, a freshman, number 20 running back and outside linebacker. So, Bob, turned out to be a decent first half for the Tigers. They got the offense rolling a little bit in the second quarter. And at the half, it stands Hoptown 14 and Caldwell County 7. We'll take a break and be back with the Little Caesars halftime show, including a visit on the sideline with Todd Griffin and all the first half stats with Bob Hayes. So stay tuned. This is Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
James Bond Roofing has been servicing the residents of Caldwell County for 25 years and has seen many years of Tiger sports accomplishments. They would like to wish all of the Tiger sports teams good luck this season. However, there are a couple players out there they are a little more partial to. So here's a big James Bond Roofing shout out to their very own Tiger football players, Ben Holt and Carter Jackson. Go get them, boys, and go Tigers!
Howdy, folks. Right now, come into KFC and get a free chocolate cake with a 10-piece meal. It's free. It's free chocolate cake. How else can I say it? It's a whole chocolate cake that you don't pay any additional money for. See, that's the arrangement. I don't know how else to explain this. You buy a 10-piece bucket meal. I slide an actual chocolate cake made of real actual cake across the counter. You take it, and we both go our merry ways. So come on down to KFC. Get your free cake today. It's finger licking good. Offer excludes 12-piece tennis meal, limited time only at participating locations.
Your listening to Caldwell County Football on WPKY Princeton. We've all heard the phrase, service above self, or servant's hearts. There are some that actually live by this. We call these folks hometown heroes. Nominate your hometown hero by going to WPKYonline.com and clicking on Hometown Hero. They just may be recognized as the Hometown Hero of the Month.
Hey guys, it's Brittany McGregor with Farmers Bank, and I want to fill you in on some things that you may not know about. Our drive-thru at our main office is open at 7:30 until 4:30, Monday through Thursday, and on Friday we're open till 6. We're always looking for ways to be more convenient for you, so if you're unable to catch us during our normal hours, don't worry. At our Highway 62 and Edible branches, you can make your deposits at the ATM and have access to your funds immediately. Stop by and see us at Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. Deposits may not be available for immediate credit.
The best times are on the lake, eating your favorite foods, sipping on a drink, and listening to live music. The summer concert series at Eddy Creek Marina Resort is open for business, and there's plenty of room for you. Live bands every Saturday night, weekly specials at Echo Charlie's Restaurant, which is open from breakfast till dinner. Some of the faves are homemade crab cakes, Bubba's Key West salt rings, and the hand-patted Barkley Burger, pontoon rentals, cabins, and more to enjoy at Eddy Creek Marina and Echo Charlie's this summer.
For delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine, head to La Potosina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or in Marion. Maria's specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Stop in for delicious lunch or dinner. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant is open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 to 9:30, Sundays 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion.
Teams are in the locker room, and it's time for the Tiger Halftime Report on WPKY.
And welcome back to the Stadium of Champions. This is the Little Caesars Halftime Report. Little Caesars of Princeton features the Quattro Pizza for $7. It's the latest experiment from the Hot and Ready chain. You get 4 different sections with a medley of cheese, meats, and bruschetta on one pizza. Everybody gets what they want. Best of luck this year, Tigers. Go get them. 14-7 at the half. Hoptown leads Caldwell County. We got a little offense going into that second quarter. We'll have all the stats with Bob Hayes coming up in just a couple of minutes. But right now, let's go down to the sideline with Todd Griffin and Gary Goodacre.
All right, thanks, Dennis. We're down here on the sideline. Pretty competitive first half. Hopkinsville had the better of it there early. Caldwell County with a short touchdown run there by Russ Bashir to make things interesting. And, Gary, those 2 turnovers by Hopkinsville pretty big in the first half.
Just like you said, that we needed a plus turnover margin probably to keep this game close. It's gone exactly as to your script. And not only were they turnovers, they're in plus territory. They were driving. That could have made this score about 28-7 or 21-7. I like the fact that I believe we've been attacking, and that's causing Hopkinsville to look either a little bewildered or maybe just a little bit gassed. I don't know which one yet. We need to see when we get the ball out of halftime.
Yeah, my first observations of the first half are that Reese Jesse and DeEric Hollowell are both for real.
Well, there's no doubt that when the line got a little bit more aggressive, then DeEric got a little more aggressive. I think we caught him a little bit off. Maybe Hopkinsville relaxed a little bit. But even so, he's been very efficient, both the line and DeEric. Russ being able to give you those little misdirections, especially on the touchdown, I think that's going to mean that they've got to key in on him and they can't go all out on DeEric.
Yeah, Hoptown trying to get the ball to Jesse as much as they can. What a nice-looking receiver. I mean, a lot of people have to be in on him, but what a play by Barron Wells down there to take points away from Hopkinsville probably to wrestle that ball away, like you said.
They were driving, and the key is not just getting the turnovers, when you get them and where you get them. I like our defense being aggressive. Our linebackers are getting to the ball. The key to Hopkinsville, they want to get in space. The plays that have been effective, not necessarily throwing it vertically. They're just hitting a spot and they're sitting. They're just using their athleticism after catch so many yards. We're going to have to make sure that when we get contact, we gang tackle, get them to the ground, because they're getting yards after contact.
Caldwell County starting to find some stuff there that worked in the second quarter against Hopkinsville's defense. I think Hopkinsville's speed was a big factor the first quarter, did not seem to be as much of a factor in the second quarter.
Now, it looks like that we're figuring out where to run. I think between the tackles is the best way. If you want to negate speed, you run at speed. And that, I think, is working. Their D-line is good, but I don't think it's any more dominant than the two opponents we have seen before. So I think we figured out that those inside the tackles runs and De'Eric's ability to turn sideways and hit the crack quickly is going to pay dividends. I think De'Eric's rested. Remember, we didn't run very many plays in the first quarter. We have the ability to run the ball hard in the second half and go all out.
We mentioned in the pregame show that this game would be great to kind of see where the Caldwell County Tigers are at after the first two wins, because Christian County is a young team, and Apollo, you don't really know a lot about them, where they're going exactly yet. We knew this Hopkinsville team was pretty good coming in. I think a really good showing by Caldwell County right now, and the Blue and Gold Tigers are sitting pretty here at halftime.
If I'm Riley and McGowan in there, I'm definitely telling them not just gang tackle, we're stripping. 4 fumbles, 2 lost. I think that's the way to go. Their ball security is not quite what it needs to be. I think that that's where we can make some impact. Why be +2? Why not be +4? We keep track of the ball or keep possession of the ball. And I say when we stand them up, we strip. I think we can get another turnover or 2, maybe get a short field. Definitely try to get the tying score, and let's see what happens.
Coach Will Barnes always talks about getting into rhythm on offense. It seemed like the Tigers finally found some in the second quarter. Struggled some again in the first quarter against that speed, but be interesting to see what the Tigers do, because Caldwell County will get the football to start the second half.
The one thing I noticed in the last drive was the administrative issues of getting the timeouts called correctly, losing seconds. I think the field goal attempt was somewhat of a byproduct that they had the field goal team ready, but they really believed at 8 seconds, administratively, they should have been able to clock it down to 6, and then they could have had a quick hitter because they had the timeout in their back pocket. Once the administrative issue got it down to 4, they pretty much had to decide jump ball or field goal. Field goal was hot, they went with it.
Once again, Hopkinsville up 14-7 on the Caldwell County Tigers at halftime. Dennis, that's the way we sit down here on the sideline. Back up to you and Bob in the press box.
All right, thank you, Todd, for that report from the sideline just about 7 minutes before we kick off the second half. This is the Little Caesars halftime report. And time now for Bob Hayes and all the stats from the first half.
And thank you, Dennis. In the score here at halftime in Hopkinsville at the Stadium of Champions is Hopkinsville 14, Caldwell County 7. The scoring opened tonight in the first quarter. Hopkinsville getting on the board first on a 4-yard pass to Reese Jesse from Jay Bland. The point after touchdown was good. That coming at the 2-minute 55 mark of the first quarter. Hopkinsville taking a 7-0 lead at that point. In the second quarter, Hopkinsville strikes again on a 15-yard pass from Bland to Lane Rushing. Again, the point after touchdown was good. That coming at the 5-minute 1-second mark of the second quarter, and Hopkinsville led at this point in the game 14-0. Caldwell County then finally got it going, driving for a touchdown on a Russ Bashir 3-yard run. Blake Byvred adding the extra point. That coming with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the half at that time, and what the score is now at halftime, Hopkinsville 14, Caldwell County 7. Looking at these stats, going over first for Caldwell County getting an outstanding ground game so far tonight. Derek Hollowell, 11 carries for 105 yards. Russ Bashir, 10 carries for 24 yards. Logan Smiley, 1 carry for 0 yards. Total of 22 carries for the Tigers and 129 yards rushing. We noted in the pregame that Mayfield could only rush 62 yards last week against the Hopkinsville defense. So Caldwell County may have found something to their liking, and which we may be able to attack in the third quarter. In the passing department, Russ Bashir was 3 out of 6. The last pass he threw was to spike the ball and stop the clock, but 3 out of 6 with no interceptions. Tate Van Hoosier with 2 receptions for 24 yards. Barron Wells, 1 reception for a -5 yards. The Tigers with 19 net yards passing, and coupled with 129 yards rushing, we have total offense in the first half of 148 yards, most of that coming in the second quarter. For Hopkinsville, They've rushed the ball 13 times tonight and have picked up 89 yards. They were in the first drive really taking it to us, picking up 5, 6, 7 yards a carry. But we slowed them down from midpoint of the first quarter all the way through the second quarter. Their quarterback, Jay Bland, 10 out of 17 with 1 interception. And I'm calling the ball that Barron Wells took out of the receiver's hands as not a completed pass because the receiver didn't end up with it. Using that as my logic here, Bland 10 out of 17 and with 1 pick, his 10 completions netted 116 yards. So tonight in the first half, Hopkinsville with 89 yards rushing, 116 yards through the air for a total offense of 205 yards. That contrasts with Caldwell's 148 yards of net offense. And it was, as we mentioned, Caldwell County began to pick it up in the second quarter. Our first, we had the ball for 5 drives in the first half. 2 of the first drives went 3 and out. The third drive, we started on the 1-yard line, finally got it out to our 26, lost 5 yards, had to punt, but that was a 7-play drive. The next series, play number 4, is where we took over on our 20 and took it all the way to the end zone, an 80-yard march in 9 plays with Russ Bashir covering the final 3 yards for the touchdown. And on our last possession, beginning at our 14-yard line and getting into Hopkinsville territory, finally ending the half with a missed field goal attempt from the Hopkinsville 35-yard line. So 51 yards coming on that total offense with passing and running on that last drive. As we mentioned, down on the field, Todd and Gary, Caldwell County gets the ball to start the third quarter. And whatever we found in that rushing attack up the middle, that's where Derek is having his field day. Dennis is right up the gut off tackle and really not trying to bounce it outside, just going straight at him.
Yeah, you're right, Bob. They had a little success here in the second quarter, so I hope that carries over here as they'll get possession in the third. We're about 1:48 to go before we kick this one off. Stats brought to you by our friends at Pollyeyes Pizza. Not only great pizza, but they have sandwiches, they have pasta dishes, great salads out there. So stop in and see Dynamite at Pollyeyes and get some great food there. We're going to take a break and come back, and then when we come back, it'll be time for third quarter action. At the half, it's Caldwell County trailing Hoptown 14-7. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKYonline.com.
Idea for a t-shirt?
NewDirectionPrint.com.
Need new envelopes for the office?
NewDirectionPrint.com.
New employee needing business cards?
NewDirectionPrint.com.
Event coming up and need flyers?
NewDirectionPrint.com.
Need a new sign or banner?
NewDirectionPrint.com.
Direct mail, graphic design, printing copies, and more. Learn more at NewDirectionPrint.com.
Are you overwhelmed with decisions when it comes to building a new home? When it comes to heating and air, do you know your fuel and energy efficiency options? The different types of HVAC systems, manufacturer and dealer warranties, indoor filtration options. McGregor Group has over 30 years of industry experience and can help you simplify your heating and air conditioning decisions on new builds. Don't just settle. Be informed. Call the experts at McGregor Group today.
And welcome back to the Stadium of Champions here. We're at halftime. They've just going to put 3 more minutes on the board to let these kids warm up. But the third quarter is going to be brought to you by Cozy Living. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, under the ownership and management of Pam and Hab Haberlock for the past 3 years. Beautiful furniture, bedding, accessories, and gift. Stop in and see Jake, the store mascot. Pam always has sales going on out there, so stop by and see what is happening. Cozy Living, everything a home should be.
And as Bob said, 3 minutes back on the clock. This has been the Little Caesars halftime report. Little Caesars of Princeton features the Quattro Pizza for $7. It's the latest experiment from the Hot and Ready chain, where you get 4 different sections with a medley of cheese, meats, and bruschetta. That way everyone gets what they want. Best of luck this year, Tigers, from Little Caesars. They say go get them. And speaking of go get them, I think next week we go to Marion as the Tigers will take on the Rockets next week. And that might be a good time to try out the Quattro, Bob. I don't know what you think, John. We may have to stop by and get the Quattro. We'll try to pool together $7. I think I got some loose change in the.
Every time I think of that Quattro, I'm thinking, just thinking about it puts 2 pounds on me.
First time I saw it, I thought of Susie Quattro, but if you want to go back to the Happy Days days, that's a little bit of trivia there for you. But pizza sounds great. We're going to try that maybe next week on the road tomorrow. I usually don't get a lot of pushback from anybody. If I say, hey, let's stop at Little Caesars and grab a pizza on the way to football or basketball games, either one. So we're going to try that out next week. Ryan, have us one ready, and we'll stop by on the way to Marion for that one.
And Dennis, I want to correct one thing that we've just found out here at halftime, that the ball that Barron Wells took away from the receiver, we're going to call that a completed pass. That was a 22-yard gain. So the land the Hopkinsville quarterback 11 out of 18 with no picks. They're going to call that a fumble. And so the first half, Hopkinsville ends up with 227 yards of total offense, but Tigers recover another fumble, and we were able to march it down the field and get to the 35 before we missed the field goal to end the first half.
Yeah, Caldwell's forced some turnovers, really played a big part in that first half. I want to remind you, tomorrow, a big day of broadcasting on WPKY starts with the Saturday morning quarterback at 9 o'clock. And I get to sit in tomorrow as Bob's going to be flipping pancakes and sausage at Ogden. So stop in there 7 to 10, see Bob, get some pancakes and sausage as it's Black Patch Saturday in Princeton. So we're going to have coverage on WPKY during the day for that. So tune in to us all day tomorrow, and you can't go wrong. You can even check us out if you're in town, don't want to carry a radio around up to your ear. Get your phone, download the free app, WPKY app, and you can check us out all day long tomorrow from Black Patch in Princeton. Teams coming back out on the field as we get ready to start the second half of play. Caldwell trails 14-7, but did win the coin toss, and they deferred to the second half, so they'll receive the ball going right to left on your radio dial. Do we still have radio dials? Everything's digital, but
my car does.
Okay. Well, I think I've got a car that's probably old enough to have one. So right to left on your radio dial will be the Tigers here in the third quarter. Nobody really deep for Caldwell County. I don't think they're expecting anything deep. Caldwell's 2 backs up to the 24-yard line. This one's going to be up. Wells drops back and receives it at the 14-yard line. Tries to go to the far side of the field. Hit once, finally picks up about 4 yards on the play up to the 18-yard line. I think he ran about 30 yards to pick up 4 on that one, trying to switch fields.
That is an apt description of an east-west run.
He was spotted at the 20-yard line, so a 6-yard return by Barron Wells gives Caldwell County the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
We'll see what kind of changes Hopkinsville made on defense if we start our running attack, get us going here in the second half.
I think Caldwell likes that run. They've got that line bunched up, one receiver all the way to the right. Pitch goes back to Hollowell, slips, and goes down at the 16-yard line. Hollowell, I thought for a second, still down on the play, finally helped up by Van Hoosier. Spotted at the 17-yard line, loss of 3 on the play for Caldwell County. Be 2nd down and 13 for the Tigers. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. They're going to put Wells in motion. Snap back, handoff to Hollowell. Flag on the play. Hollowell gets around the corner, stays in bounds out near the 36-yard line, but a flag in the backfield. Illegal shift by Caldwell County will negate that nice run by Hollowell.
And that was a nice run. He probably got close to 20 yards on that carry.
He hasn't been able to get around the end a whole lot tonight. A lot of his runs have been good cuts up the middle. In fact, he's got the best quick cut tonight for Big Boys Barbershop. Walk-ins are welcome at Big Boys. Come in for that quick shave or a quick cut. Joe and Mike will slick you up quick at Big Boys Barbershop They're located at 117 West Main in Princeton, where you can walk right in for that quick cut.
So it's 2nd down and 18 for the Tigers.
Little swing pass out to Van Hoosier's complete. He gets back out across the 20 to the 23-yard line. Good hard run by Tate. Still 3rd and long for Caldwell County.
Pickup of 11 yards makes it 3rd and 7 for the Tigers.
You got Van Hoosier, the far side receiver. Looks like Wells near side. Hollowell in the backfield with Bashir. Bashir takes a snap, drops back. Pressure up the middle. He rolls out to the right, still looking downfield, throws over the head of Trip Branch and incomplete. Bob, that was pretty good protection by that line for Caldwell County. Bashir had 4 to 5 seconds. Had to roll a little bit to look down the field, but very good protection by that line, but just really good coverage down the field by Hoptown.
In the pass was a little bit high. Trip went up, could not rein it in, and we end up now having to punt from our 23-yard line.
Branch gets it off. It's going to bounce at the 47 of Caldwell. Takes a good Tiger bounce all the way into Hoptown territory down to about the 43-yard line. So that's where Hoptown will take over 1st and 10. Not quite 2 minutes off that possession by Caldwell County. 10-14 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Stay tuned after the game on our post-game show. We'll have a lot of awards to hand out, including down on the field tonight. We're going to try the lineman award down on the field and let Todd pick that one out tonight, get that trophy to him, because they receive a really nice plaque, the linemen do. We were really impressed last week after we got some pictures of what that looks like. Hoptown out on the field, 1 receiver each way. They've got a 2-back set in with Bland this time. Caldwell jumps. Offsides on the right side of the line for Caldwell County. And the officials will mark this one off. It's one thing we've been pretty good on tonight, Bob. Not a lot of penalties by the Caldwell team tonight. Ball is spotted up now at the 47-yard line of Hopkinsville. 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 5 for the homestanding Tigers. Bland takes it, handoff quickly. They'll try this side. Tackled for a loss. Did you pick that number up, Bob? I think it was
Drew Davis was one of them.
55,
yes.
Drew Davis. Yeah, I thought that was. Ball spotted at the 47. No gain on the play. I thought it was for a loss. They gave him a favorable spot. But a great tackle, great penetration by Drew Davis. Hoptown's going to spread it out a little bit with 2 receivers each way. Single back in the backfield with Bland. Bland drops back, looks down the field, incomplete. Looking for Reese Jesse, the kid that has given us trouble all night long.
Yeah, a little bit more people looking after him on that particular route, Dennis. So maybe we're dropping.
Yeah, I think you almost have to shadow the kid anywhere he goes.
Key down here, 3rd and 5 for Hopkinsville.
Bland drops back, throws down the field, complete at the 45. On his feet still across the 30 and tackled down at the 27-yard line. Little slant pattern works well.
He throws the slant really well.
And the receivers avoid a lot of contact on the edges. Caldwell's giving them a little bit of room.
Yeah, we're not jamming anybody tonight on the as far as receivers go. We got 8-9-yard cushions.
2 receivers each way. Offset eye for Hoptown. Bland under center. Hands off to the deep back. Hit hard inside the 25. 24-yard line is where they'll mark this one. Pickup of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7 for Hoptown. Hoptown getting Bland in from the sideline with the play. Jay Bland's going to take this one from the shotgun. Jaden Dillard in the backfield. Throw complete at the 10, knocked out of his hands. Let's call that incomplete now. The good play by Caldwell County to recover quickly on that one. Strip the ball away. Broken up by number 30. That's Max Ashley on a great play. Looked like the Hoptown receiver had possession. Started to take a step, and Ashley able to strip it. 3rd down and long now, 3rd and 7 for Hoptown.
It was a great play by Max because the kid, the receiver, was wide open. The ball was drilled right in there.
Man coverage by Caldwell County. Bland drops back, looks over the middle, incomplete. And I think they're going to call Ben Holt with interference. I thought he timed that pretty well, but that's one that could go either way, and apparently is going to go against the Tigers.
Well, and the play was on the far side of the field, and the person who threw the flag was on this sideline over here, 35, 40 yards away. It looked like a perfectly timed hit to me.
Took him a little while to think about it, but he did pull the flag out, and it is going to be pass interference against Caldwell County. So instead of 4th down for Hoptown, that's going to give them a 1st. As we are down to 8:16 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hoptown still leading this one 14-7, but driving here in the 3rd.
Marking at the...
Still waiting on them to mark the ball.
Yeah, just looking for the football.
I think the official had it in his pocket, went back to the huddle with it. It's going to be down to the 12-yard line of Caldwell County. So 1st and 10 from the 12 for Hoptown. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Bland, a movement on the line. I think that's going to be against Hopkinsville. And that is going to go against the home Tigers. That'll back them up 5 yards to the 17-yard line. Christian County down 20-7 to Henderson County tonight. Bob, I want to try to get us a score sometime tonight on the big Tillman-Mayfield game. Snap back to Bland. Looks into the corner. Up and see if it's complete. Touchdown, Hopkinsville. Ashley looking for a little offensive interference call, but not getting it from the corner official.
Did you catch the kid?
I did not. The lights are really starting to glow on those numbers.
Maybe we can throw it down to Todd.
Hoptown on for the extra point. Todd, were you able to pick that receiver up? If you are, just shoot me a text and we'll go down to you. Snap is back on the extra point, up and good. It was Jesse. Thank you, Todd, for that one. So with 8:06 left to go in the 3rd quarter, Caldwell County back down by 14. It's Hoptown 21, Caldwell 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKYonline.com.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Treasures Remembered, Wallace Toy, Josh Ray, Woodman Light, Armory Gun Shop, Black Patch Grill, Jeff Russo, Attorney at Law, Pet Grooming by David Rogers, Taco John's, The Joint Barbecue, and by Community Medical Clinic. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY app.
Back to the Stadium of Champions. Hopkinsville with their first score of the second half, 21-7 now, leading the Tigers of Caldwell County. Teed up at the 40, ready to put this one in play. Wells and Hollowell back for Caldwell. This one right down the middle. It's going to be Wells going over to get it. Bobbles it a little bit on his goal line. He's going to bring it out. He's at the 5, gets some room around to the 10, cuts, and it's going to get gang tackled at the 15-yard line. Pretty nice recovery by Barron Wells because he had to backpedal to pick that ball up. As the teams come out on the field with the offense, we're going to send it down to the sideline for an update on volleyball from Todd.
All right, Dennis, Caldwell County volleyball in action just not even a mile away from here at the Rec at the Plex tonight, splitting a couple of matches, beating Todd County but losing to Logan. However, a couple of milestones tonight. Olivia Mitchell goes over 1,000 career kills. Kendall Prowl with over 1,000 career set assists.
All right, thank you, Todd, for that. Caldwell County in play. Bashir fakes a handoff, throws it out to Van Hoosier, incomplete. Van Hoosier's going to limp to the sideline after that attempt. And we just started volleyball coverage on WPKY this past Thursday. I think Van Hoosier's on the sideline, but I think the limp is caused by a cramp, trying to stretch him out on the sideline. But great job by Sue and Johnny Stone in the initial coverage this past Thursday night for Lady Tiger volleyball. Bashir takes a snap, busted play. Bashir's going to keep it himself. Nobody took it for the Tigers. It's Miley and Hollowell in the backfield. Nobody to hand off to. And Bashir lost a yard on the play. So 3rd down and long for the Tigers deep in their own territory. Ball at the 14-yard line. 3rd down and 12 for Caldwell. 2 receivers set each side. Hollowell in the backfield with Bashir. Bashir drops back, gets some protection, looks down the field, still looking. Now he's got some pressure from the back, goes down. He'll be sacked inside the 10. Coverage sack there by Hoptown. Bashir had some time, nobody to throw to, and he's pulled down back at the 7-yard line. So 4th down and very long for the Tigers. Branch will come in and make contact somewhere near his own goal line. Snap is back, good snap. Pressure may have been tipped, not much on it. Ball barely gets to the 25. Picked up by Hoptown on the run down to the 5 and out of bounds at the 4. I'm not sure if that was partially blocked. Bob Tripp not able to get a lot on that one. And the bounce at the 25-yard line, I think it was.
Going to mark it down at the 4, I believe.
Picked up by Hoptown's player on the run, all the way down to the 4. Kind of caught Caldwell off guard by even picking it up. And Hoptown threatening to put quite a bit of breathing room in on this one with 6 1/4 left to go in the 3rd quarter. And Hoptown back out on the field. Bland under center from the 4. 1st and goal. Heavy line. Handoff. Powell pushes. And it's touchdown Hopkinsville. And Jaden Dillard with the carry gives Hoptown its biggest lead of the night at 20, pending the extra point. And just a terrible span of a couple of minutes here for the Tigers. As Hoptown looks to build this one to a 3-score lead. Snap is back a little bit low. It's down. Kick is good. So with 6:17 to go in the 3rd quarter, it's Hoptown 28, Caldwell County 7. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger football coverage on YourSportsEdge.com.
Coverage is brought to you in part by Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, Lawn Cutters Equipment LLC, Big John's Barbecue, Brantley Furniture, Bella Marie Boutique, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Fredonia Valley Bank, Great Wall of China, and by Farless Realty. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY.
Back to the Stadium of Champions. Caldwell County set to receive, and Bob, they've dug a pretty good hole now, down 28-7. Still a 1/4 to play, but that's a big hill to climb for the Caldwell Tigers.
Especially when our passing attack is really not showed up at all tonight. Dennis, we're going to have some ball control, or this game's going to get away from us.
So it's going to be Wells and Hollowell deep for Caldwell County. Momentum all Hopkinsville right now. Bob, a play like they made can either turn out great or it can be a catastrophe. Turned out great for Hoptown. Kick comes down to Wells at the 10. He's going to try to take it back to the far side, cuts it up the middle at the 20, brought down at the 22-yard line. But on that punt, it was just a high bounce. Nobody around from Caldwell County. The Hoptown kid took a chance on it, grabbed it on the run, and took it all the way down to the 4, with Dillard taking it the last 4 in for the score.
And you have to be aware of all that when the ball's bouncing around. We had a receiver or a defender within maybe a couple yards of that play, but didn't realize what was possibly going to happen.
So Caldwell County comes out down 28-7. They put Wells in motion. Handoff goes to Wells. He looks for some room on the far side, cuts it back into the middle across the 30 or up to the 30. Nice cut back by Barron Wells. Pick up some nice yardage on first down for the Tigers.
Pickup of 7 yards on that play makes it 2nd and 3 for the Tigers.
.5:42 left in the third quarter.
I'm looking to see if Tate's back in the game.
They were stretching him out pretty good out on the track area. Handoff this time is fake handoff. It's going to be Bashir keeping it. Nice cover up on that from Bashir as he gets out near they look like they're spotted at the 30, but an official timeout as Hoptown has a player down at the 30-yard line. Bob, it looked like he had enough for first, I thought.
I'm not sure. They're going to mark the ball, I think, about the 35, I'm assuming.
I haven't seen
maybe it's at the 37.
Okay, it's at the 37.
Yes.
I didn't see the chains moving, and just now we're getting a vision of the ball. Hoptown player is still down. Now he's getting up and walking off under his own power, so that's always great to see. And Bob, we want to say a good job by the Hoptown band tonight with their performance at halftime. Almost marching season. We can assume the next time we're at home in a couple of weeks, the Tiger Band of Pride will be in full uniform and giving us their presentation for the season. Penalty marker on the plate. We did not see that. It does move it up to the 37-yard line, which is about where I thought Russ went out of bounds at.
I'm not sure what's going on out there, Dennis. Are we going to mark a penalty off, or?
Bashir's going to come back out, went to the sideline to talk to Coach Will Barnes. Still somewhat of some confusion down there. Sideline warning came in.
Oh, is that what
Todd.
that was? Okay.
One of the great benefits this season, we have really enjoyed having the third person down there. We hope everyone listening is really enjoying it too. It's a big plus for our broadcast to have someone on the sideline, especially with the capability of Todd Griffin. So he said,
Sure clears up a lot of misunderstandings that we may have up here.
Bashir again on the keeper. I think he pulled that one back from Hollowell.
Was that Van?
Excuse me, Van Hoosier on the Wildcat. That was Tate at the bottom of that pile. And Tate cramping up again, still down on the field. They've got Tate in at quarterback. Report from the sideline is that Russ has blood on the uniform. I'll tell you what, let's take it down to the sideline and get a full report from Todd as they work on Tate at
Okay, Dennis, yeah, just a bit of a break there as Russ Bashir came off. Had a little blood, I think, on his elbow, upper arm area. Had to come out of the ball game, but that gave Tate a chance to go in, and Tate kept the ball there, but really battling some cramps, it looks like, in this game.
All right, thank you, Todd, for that report. Tate's still down at the 40-yard line, getting stretched out. Very warm night here at the Stadium of Champions. Still up in the press box, probably up in the 80s. It's got to be. Very humid night here.
Unlike last night where it was cool and just not a whole lot of humidity.
So I think the teams are going to go to the sideline. They gave some water breaks in the first half. I guess the legal temperature for KHSAA to enact any water breaks is cool enough now, but they did have mandatory water breaks in that first half. Tate's still on the sideline, and anybody that's suffered a leg cramp knows how painful that can be. So they'll try to get him to the sideline here in just a little bit, get some fluids in him. 5:06 left to go in the third quarter. Caldwell County trails this one right now 28-7.
On that particular play, Tate picked up 5 yards. Ball is now marked at the Tiger 42, brings up 2nd and 5 for the Tigers.
And Bob, while we've got a minute here as they work on Tate, we do want to remind everybody a lot going on tomorrow downtown Princeton. It's Black Patch Saturday, always a big time in Princeton. WPKY will be on hand covering that all day long. John, you may know the times on that, but a lot of coverage tomorrow coming up. I think it starts at 10 o'clock right after the Saturday morning quarterback, which I get the opportunity to fill in for you tomorrow, Bob, as you'll be turning pancakes and sausage at Ogden tomorrow morning. So come by for that. Starts at 7 o'clock up till 10. We'll be on the air with Saturday morning quarterback about 9 o'clock or just a little bit after with Coach McGowan and talk about tonight's game with Hopkinsville.
About 10 o'clock tomorrow, Dennis, I'll be trying to conduct a Butler-Caldwell County alumni reunion.
I wish you could find something to do in your spare time, Bob. Handoff goes to Hollowell Met at the 42. And that was a big hit. Hollowell hopped right back up, but no gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 now for the Tigers. Smiley's going to come in as part of the 2 receivers out to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Hollowell off the right shoulder of Bashir. Bashir drops back, gets a little bit of pressure, decides to keep it himself, goes across the 40 and 45 up near midfield, crosses the 50, still on his feet, flag on the play as Russ gets it down to about the 42-yard line. We'll see what the flag on the play is. Block in the back by Caldwell County is going to bring that one back. And that's unfortunate. That was a nice run. Russ escaped some traffic, got out into some open field. But they'll march this one off against the Tigers. Bob, a score early. We appreciate this coming in from Todd on the sideline. He's got the report that Mayfield is up 28-14 over Tillman early in the third quarter. Of course, a lot of people looking at that mid-season game this year, Caldwell and Mayfield in the same district now, so not the finale anymore. Tigers with a 2-receiver set each way. Hollowell to the left of Bashir. Bashir getting the play change from the sideline. It's going to put Hollowell in motion. Quick hit over to Wells. Blocking in front. Wells across the 45, 50, 45. He's got some room down the sideline. Pulls up at the 30. Knocked down at the 21-yard line.
I missed that was a pass, was it not?
That was. And good blocking by Caldwell County up the field. Gives them a Lake Barkley CrossFit first down to the 21-yard line.
Pass play covered 38 yards.
So Bashir set to take the snap. Same lineup, hands this one off to Hollowell. Hits the line, picks up a couple of yards down to the 19. I like how hard Hollowell has run. We talked about him in the pregame a little bit, Bob. Kid's running hard this season is about as simple as you can put it.
And you know it's hot down there on the field, and he's had the ball for at least 14, 15 carries tonight and looking as strong now as he was on his first carry.
And now he's checking out that right leg, kind of a little bit gimpy on it. He's waving him off from the sideline not to take him out. But he's testing it out. Still stays in the game. Bashir in the backfield with Hollowell. Handoff is going to go to De'Eric. Hits a wall, comes back, spins off. He gets it up across the 15,
just
down to the 14-yard line.
Tremendous hard running.
So third down and short coming up for the Tigers. A long three. Caldwell stacks three receivers on the right side of the line. Wells to the left. Snap is back. Quick hit to the far side. Complete and inside the 10. Let's see who comes up out of that pile. I think that was Smiley with the catch. And Bob, great blocking by, looks like Ben Holt down there along with
they're going to mark it at the 6.
6-yard line on the first down, first and goal now for the Tigers. Back to Bashir. He's going to keep it himself. Lowers his head, gets inside the 5. Caldwell looking to punch this one in late in the third. Minute 45 to go in the third quarter. Tigers trailing Hoptown by 21, 28-7.
10th play of this drive for the Tigers. Tigers have it at the 4-yard line.
Caldwell trying to take a little sting out of this big third quarter of Hoptown. Snap is back to Bashir. Goes to Hollowell. Touchdown.
No flags.
Great route by De'Eric Hollowell. Turned around, had the receiver on his back, and Bashir placed that one perfectly, led him right into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown Tigers with a minute 18 left to go in the third quarter. So Viverette will come on. Still just a sophomore. Kick is up. And good. 1:18 left to go in the third quarter. Caldwell back within a couple scores. It's Hoptown 28, Caldwell 14, back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on the free WPKY app.
It's Brittany McGregor with Farmers Bank, and I want to fill you in on some things that you may not know about. Our drive-thru at our main office is open at 7:30 until 4:30, Monday through Thursday, and on Friday we're open till 6. We're always looking for ways to be more convenient for you, so if you're unable to catch us during our normal hours, don't worry. At our Highway 62 and Edible branches, you can make your deposits at the ATM and have access to your funds immediately. Stop by and see us at Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. Deposits may not be available for immediate credit.
Back to the Stadium of Champions, Bob. That may be a nominee for the catch of the game from Coleman Auto Parts. Coleman Auto Parts is your hometown Napa Auto Parts dealer. They have tools, equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, golf cart, and farm. Stop by and see Charles Quinn Coleman and staff at Coleman Auto Parts in Princeton. Napa know-how at its best. Tigers back within 14 as Viverette tees it up at the 40. And, Bob, at some point this season, we've got to talk about the play of Blake Viverette really having a great year on these extra points.
He's a weapon.
Angles it down, picked up at the 24-yard line. Hoptown back up across the 40 and knocked out of bounds. In on the play is number 20 and number 9 for Caldwell County. Number 20 is Jameis Carnahan. Number 9, Canyon Richardson. So Hoptown will take over at their own 45-yard line. As we mentioned earlier, Caldwell County takes the short drive over to Marion next week as we take on the Crittenden County Rockets. Much improved Rocket team that has some pretty high expectations this year, by the way. Bland in the backfield with two backs, one to each side. Hands off goes to number 3 across the 45 up near the 50. Jaden Dillard getting the run for Hoptown. They'll mark it right at midfield, pick up a 5 on the play, second down and 5 as we're under a minute to go in the third. Hoptown's going to come up and put two receivers out to the right. Send a lone receiver to the left. Dillard in the backfield with Bland. Bland drops back, looks to pass, gets some pressure up the middle, throws to the sideline. This one incomplete. Down at the 30-yard line, and Bob, it's just as well, because if that kid had reeled that ball in at the 30, it was Max Ashley that had the sights on him.
Yes, you know, he may have heard footsteps. He may have heard footsteps.
And I'm not saying I wouldn't do the same thing if number 30 was bearing down on me.
That ball was catchable too.
Yeah, I think it was a little short-handed due to number 30 Ashley. 3rd down and 5 now for Hopkinsville. Bland again goes to the sideline, complete at the 41, avoids a tackle.
Is that Jesse
down
again?
to the 35, 30, and flags come in late on the play. Reese Jesse Jr., the big 6'4" receiver for Hopkinsville. Flags down in the at the end of the play, though. An illegal block in the back is going to bring this one back against Hopkinsville. Only 15 seconds left in the quarter. And the spot's going to put Hoptown back at the Tiger 43-yard line. But even with the penalty, it's a 1st down for Hoptown. And the referee winds the clock. Play underway. I'm not sure if Hoptown will even run a play on this one. Bland under center. And Caldwell County jumps with 4 seconds left in the quarter. And that's going to make it 1st and 5 now for Hopkinsville. Three seconds left on the clock. So a little freebie late for Hoptown. And the Hoptown Tigers not even going to try to run a play on this one. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it's Hopkinsville 28, Caldwell County 14. Back with 4th quarter action in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Team at Caldwell Medical Center knows the only minor surgery is surgery happening to someone else. So why complicate an already stressful situation with travel plans or a long commute? Our surgeon, Dr. Sue Petty, and her team of skilled nurses and technicians provide the highest quality of care right here in the comfort of your own community, close to your family and support network. To learn more, you can contact Caldwell Medical Associates at 270-365-0332. That's 270-365.
Welcome back to the Stadium of Champions. The 4th quarter coming up here. 4th quarter being brought to you by Cozy Living, Interiors and Boutique. Stop in and see Pam, see what kind of sales that she has going. She's got a dress, a lot of dresses, a lot of clothing, a lot of furniture. So stop in and browse around. Big store, lots of bargains out there. Cozy Living, everything a home should be.
Hoptown set with 1st and 5 for the last 12 minutes. Bland drops back, looks deep down the sideline. Complete. Touchdown, Hoptown. Great throw by Bland.
And was that Jesse?
Yeah, not a shocker. Nobody had to be sitting down to take that news on that one. Maurice Jesse Jr. touchdown on the play and a nice throw. You got to give credit where credit's due, and Jay Bland made a perfect throw.
He's thrown the ball well tonight.
Hoptown looking to stretch it back out to 21 on the extra point attempt. Snap is down. Good pressure by Caldwell into the backfield, but it's still good. 9 seconds into the 4th quarter. Hoptown back out in front, 35-14. Back in 30 seconds. This is football, Tiger football on WPKYonline.com.
Sports coverage is brought to you in part by Cozy Living Interior and Boutique. Lawn Cutters Equipment LLC, Big John's Barbecue, Brantley Furniture, Bella Marie Boutique, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Fredonia Valley Bank, Great Wall of China, and by Farless Realty. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY app.
Back to the Stadium of Champions. Hoptown scores early in the fourth. It's now 35-14, Hoptown over Caldwell County. And, Bob, I think Todd and Gary talked about this a little bit. I think it was Gary made the point that he was looking at time of possession tonight. And the more you look at this, the Tiger defense has really been on the field a lot, especially that first quarter. But they have been on the field a lot tonight, and I'm not sure fatigue is starting to catch up a little bit with that Tiger defense.
You almost certainly would think that would be the case.
And you couldn't really find it. It was a hot night, and they were out there a lot to start the game in the hottest part of the evening. So Caldwell County will get the ball back, trying to dig out of a hole. We're going to need a big play at some point, Bob, because 3 scores, you can't be 10-play drives, 12-play drives. We need something big. Kick by Hoptown is going to be short. Fielded at the 16-yard line. Little reverse over to Hollowell. He finds a hole across the 30, 40, near midfield. Flag on the play as Hollowell gets up to about the 47-yard line. What was basically a flag-free game in the first half has become somewhat of a flag fest here in the second half.
We've seen a lot of laundry here in the second half.
That one's against Caldwell. It's going to come back.
And the thing that, again, that the flag came from this near sideline. The play was over on the far sideline, 35 yards away. And what's this guy seeing that they're not seeing over there is my question.
Blocking the back is called from the far sideline against the Tigers. It's going to be 1st and 10, but instead of being near midfield, the Tigers will take over at their own 34-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left with a 2-back set for Bashir. Hands it off up the middle across the 35. We'll see who that is. May have been Smiley on that one. And it is Logan Smiley on the carry. Picks up about 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers. Same formation, 2-back set. This time Bashir looks down the field. He wants to go sideline. There's got to be a flag on that one, and it does come in. I think Wells, the intended receiver, near the 45-yard line of Hoptown. Contact well before the ball arrived. So pass interference will be the call against Hoptown. Not yet a minute gone here in the fourth. Officials still talking about this one. White Hat's going to give us a call. It's going to be holding.
I mean, he didn't catch the ball, did he, Dennis? I thought. Did he catch it?
I'm assuming he did.
It
looked like it bounced. Play goes to Hollowell on the left side. Todd, can you verify catch on that one on the sideline for us? Because we saw the flags come in, kind of looked at those.
Yeah, Dennis, Barron was actually able to grab that ball, make the catch on the play, and the Tigers decided to decline the penalty and just take the play.
Okay. So a great catch by Barron Wells, even after being pushed in the back.
And who carried on the first play?
It was Hollowell. This is going to Smiley. Smiley hits traffic at the 35-yard line, brought down right there. Picks up about 1 on the play. Just over 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Caldwell looking to claw back into this one. Down 35-14. Bob, I'm like you. it looked like that ball came out on that play. It was a great catch by Wells. I kind of focused on the flags when they came out, just assuming that it was going to be pass interference.
Something was bouncing around over there. I thought it was a football.
Bashir to Wells. Wells tackled immediately. I think they'll lose about a yard on the play. In fact, they're going to back him up a couple, I think, on the play. 4th and 6 for the Tigers. And you've got to keep the offense on right here. Take your chances. 2 receivers each way. Hollowell in the backfield for Bashir. Bashir drops back, gets the coverage. This one knocked away at the 30, incomplete. He was looking for Wells on the play. And the incompletion will give the turnover on downs to Hoptown with 9:08 to go in the 4th quarter. And Hoptown already leading 35-14. But, Bob, it's one of those things you had to do. No way to punt that ball back and expect to get back in this ball game. So Bland will bring his offense back out on the field for Hoptown. Big 3rd quarter by Hopkinsville. A couple of touchdowns in it. Really opened this one up. 2 receivers set, 2 backs in the backfield with Bland on the formation. Dillard and Brooks switch sides. They're going to put Brooks in motion. Goes back to Bland. Screen pass set up, received at the 35, up to the 40, 50. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally brought down the 45 of Caldwell County. Jaden Dillard on the reception on the screen. It's really a play you don't see ran a lot in high school ball, Bob, but Hoptown set that one up well. And they pick up the yardage all the way down to the Tiger 45-yard line.
They've executed really well tonight in their passing game. Their running game hasn't really been that effective, but they don't need a running game when you have that effective passing game they have.
Bland out from under center. Handoff goes to the deep back. Ball on the ground. I think they're going to call him down anyway at about the 41-yard line. Isaiah Brooks on the carry. Ball did come loose, but I think it popped at the end of the play after his knee was already down. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6 for Hopkinsville as the clock ticks away. And without something miraculous, Caldwell looking at their first loss of the season. Bland under center, offset eye. It's going to go to the deep back again. Nice tackle by number 50 for Caldwell County right at the line of scrimmage. That's John Paradez. Ball back to the 42-yard line. 3rd and 7. And Bob, I got to meet this kid working at Taco John's, one of the nicest kids on the team that you'll want to meet.
He has a really
respectful, hard work. I could see where his work ethic.
An excellent family, too. He has an older brother that's really top flight.
So Hoptown facing 3rd down and 7. Snap back to Bland. Goes incomplete, just off the fingertips of his intended receiver at the 30. And we've had a number of those, Bob, that have been tipped up tonight off the fingertips, off the hands, and just not fortunate enough to have anybody in the vicinity because they've been there for the taking. Hoptown keeps the offense on the field. Trying to close the door on this one with 7:17 left to go in the ball game. Bland, pooch kick. And it's going to go down to the Caldwell 19-yard line and be down. Well, we've seen a screen and a pooch kick out of the shotgun at a Hoptown tonight, so a lot of learning chances for the coaching staff to pass on to the Tigers this week when they study films on this one. Ball's going to be spotted nose of it on the 20, so 1st and 10 Tigers from their own 20-yard line. Just over 7 minutes to go in this one. Bashir on the field with his offense. Hollowell in the backfield, 2 receivers split each way. Hollowell takes the handoff, tries to pick his way upfield, maybe picks up 1 on the play. Second and 9 for the Tigers. Smiley and Branch, part of a trip set to the right. Bashir back complete at the 26-yard line. Looked like it was to number 10, Clayton Wofford. See if we can verify that number. It is number 10. Good catch by the junior, 6'3" junior.
And marked at the 27.
27-yard line. Third down and about 3. Bashir is going to keep it himself, try to pick it up across the 30, near the 35. He'll have enough for a Lake Barkley CrossFit first down. Near the 34-yard line. Official involved in some of the action right in the middle of the field, getting up off the ground. Line judge got caught up in traffic on that one. Appears to be okay. You got to tip your hat to him, because I know at my age I would not want to be wrapped up in a bunch of traffic and get knocked to the ground in a high school football game. I don't know about hopping back up.
I don't know how you get involved and be in that position anyway, Dennis.
2 receivers each way. Bashir drops back, gets some pressure from the right side, goes left, up across the 35, near the 40. Hoptown brought the pressure from Bashir's right. He was able to roll left, pick up positive yardage out to about the 30, let's see where they'll spot this, 39-yard line.
Pick up a 5.
So 2nd and 5 for Caldwell, as we are down to about 5.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. Physical game for Caldwell County tonight. Snap back to Bashir. Wants to go down the field. He's going to have to roll right. Still looks up. Lobs complete at the Christian County 47-yard. I think that's Ben Holt on the reception. Good job by Ben to find some open ground and get open for Bashir, as Russ was having to roll to his right, and a nice throw on the roll by Bashir. So Caldwell County picks up a Lake Barkley CrossFit first down to the Hoptown 46-yard line. It's going to be Wofford back into the ball game, part of a 2-receiver split to the right. Russ rolls left. This one thrown, picked off at the 40, and this one ran back into Caldwell territory down inside the 35-yard line. We'll try to pick up the number on the defensive player. Mercer on the interception for Hoptown, just kind of sat on that one all the way, playing center field. So turnover gives it back to Hopkinsville. 4:37 to go in the fourth. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the Caldwell 33-yard line. Bob, a lot of folks thought Hopkins should have beaten Mayfield last week, lost by 5, 27-22, but they said Hoptown was a real deal, and they've shown tonight they're a quality team.
They are the real deal.
2 receivers each way, still going to the air, complete inside the 30, down the sideline, tackled near the 20-yard line. And no surprise there, Jesse on the reception down at the 20. First down, Hoptown Tigers. Hope you'll stay tuned after the game. Trilogy Performance Sports post-game report coming your way. Bob will have all the game stats. We'll have a report from the sideline interview with Todd Griffin, the C3 lineman of the game, and a look at next week's game against Crittenden County. All that coming up on the Trilogy Performance Sports postgame report. Uptown, handoff to the deep back. He's going to try to come near side. Dragged down from behind. Nice tackle by number 2, Max Kramer. I think that was Dillard on the carry. Good job by Kramer. Lost a yard back to the 21. Second down and 11. As we near 3.5 to go in this ball game. Uptown, a quality 4A school. We're going to cause some people some trouble this year. Bland under center. Hand off to the left back across the 20, 10, 5, and he goes in for the touchdown. Let's see who that was. Looked like Dillard. We'll try to check the number for sure. It is number 3, Jaden Dillard on the carry. So Hoptown, with 3:13 to go, leads this one now 41-14 as they set for the extra point attempt. Snap is back and down. Kick is up and good. So with 3:13 left to go in the ball game, it's Hopkinsville 42, Caldwell County 14. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Coverage is brought to you in part by Treasures Remembered, Wallace Toy, Josh Ray, Woodman Life, Armory Gun Shop, Black Patch Grill, Jeff Russo, Attorney at Law, Pet Grooming by David Rogers, Taco John's, The Joint Barbecue, and by Community Medical Clinic. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.